Oh, hi.
That was
hi.
That was a fabulous intro, boys.
Well, that's all
you.
for Mikey. I like when they come up right, and like some shows are like, "Oh no, the guest is always here in this position," and when we do it, we don't give a shit.
I appreciate it.
I care.
appreciate
I like
it.
when
Say
you
we're
over
still
that side.
figuring it out, you know.
I was told that this is the place to come figure some stuff out, so I'm here to figure it out with you boys, and I appreciate
We
it.
never figure it out, but we work on it.
It's never
It's
fully
a process.
Progress
figured it
is
out.
not
You can't do the show no more.
Okay. But guys, what we're gonna do is, I think Mikey, we're doing this on the fly here. Like we see people, we'll pop you up on the screen, but we're not gonna spend the first 15, 20 minutes saying holla at your boy. Because we love everybody. We have a whole bunch of our regulars in here, or not so regulars like Cooter's Garage.
Cooter's Garage. That's a great fucking name.
Right?
Yeah, he's got a
Right?
he's got a great one.
Now I know I said we weren't gonna do it, and we're gonna do it anyway. But listen, we're working
Well, just
on
a
it.
little bit, just the tip, just to see how it feels.
We've got to wean it. Like we've got to okay, before next week, right?
It's not always about, penetration. Sometimes you have to,
It's like most people are into the outside baseball, but I always wonder about like new viewers going, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Why is he waving around that? What's going on here?
If you want to know Peter Kane dog training on YouTube, check it out. Look for the Sasquatch. Well, I don't want to say the R word. It's a bad R word, but it's not the one that ends in a D.
He was forcibly taken by a female Sasquatch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is what it was.
I know.
That's what it was.
Grape is what the YouTubers are using for that, which is
yes.
a little
Let
close
me
to
tell you
the
something.
mark.
These YouTube phrases are so stupid.
I know, man. But I mean,
Shit's
think about
getting out
when
of
we were
hand.
growing up, dude. Like we used all kinds of dumb shit. Now I don't think we were at like Skibbity Ohio Riz, but
Yeah, but they've had to get really creative because all the words that we said are no longer okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Made up
That is
their
very
own
true.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
you are not wrong at all. We're doing some more experimentation tonight, but I'm gonna bring this up. By the way, on the whole Peter King thing, definitely check out Legend series.
Thank you very much. Buddy.
Yes.
Obviously.
Then you can get on the inside baseball about what's going on with the Sasquatch. Sasquatch has gone wild. I don't know.
My lovely wife was on a podcast and was fortunate enough to discover Peter Kane and
God
introduced
bless
him
her.
to me. And ever since then, my life has been brighter.
100%. I mean, I do. I want Fox to interview him. Anyone. I just want him. It is one of our circle can get him on the show.
Yeah,
His
apparently
recent videos not as good with the frozen Sasquatch pieces. Those just aren't as good. Those just don't hit the same.
Yeah, those are starting to pop up on the I don't know if you ever watched these. You know, they have like the countdowns to most like weirdest things on like out there, like cryptids or paranormal shit.
Oh yeah.
Me and my wife always watch those countdowns, and he's starting to make the rounds on all those countdowns with that frozen Sasquatch.
Oh, is he?
That's what I like to hear. Yeah, he's popped up a few times just in my like Instagram reels and stuff. I was like, hey, look at this guy.
I just want him to like just make all the money, and then like I want a new like an updated video where he's holding like a gold-plated like desert eagle or something next time.
I'm gonna find that Sasquatch, I swear.
I'm gonna find her next, and this time it's personal.
She's got my child, you know.
Next thing you know, the Sasquatch is taking him to court for child support. And like, she took
Peter,
advantage of me in the courtroom.
Peter, you are not the father. Whoa!
Wait, was Christopher Walken the judge? Because I'm into that.
Right.
Peter, you owe the back child support. Clearly, you're guilty.
Look at his eyes.
Wow, Peter.
Eyes. Oh my god! Hey, we're off the rails, huh? I wonder what's going on.
Feels
here.
like Sunday night, boys.
Feels like free rolls. What it feels like. Let's just jump in our first segment here. Let's just do it.
Well, it just took every bit of the Italian in me. I had to fucking kind of curb that down, push it down, because I was about to fist pump right through.
I couldn't help it. I was just go for it, you know. I'm just sitting here googling stuff. And just,
Oh my goodness, that Italian in me just like, what are you doing? You better start fist bumping right now.
Yeah,
cannoli.
You got the hair slicked back like that. You're not gonna fist bump. What are you stupid?
What do you think? This music is not good enough for you? You better start.
Whoa.
I fist bump. Your grandmother fist bump.
Yeah.
You fall fist bump.
Yeah.
Your
from
grandfather didn't die face down in the sand so you wouldn't fist bump on YouTube's.
Yeah. Your father fought for this goddamn country so you could fist pump to the sky. And you better start fist pumping.
You better fist bump, but the meatballs are going to come out burnt.
That's on you.
They want you to be a Jehovah's Witness, even though you're Catholic.
Your Uncle Junior works in a palm restaurant. Your mother stays in her hair with a bottle of vodka.
Your father's doing coke.
Welcome to GTFO.
Again, check out Legend Series for some context on that one. But you need to be a member for that one.
The first segment.
Yeah,
Tony, I'm gonna throw it to you, Tony. Tony, did you have any recent pickups?
Yes.
Is there anything you want to get cracked?
Yeah, and now I know. Listen, it might be a repeat because I think Mikey had opened this up either last week before, but this just came in the mail for me today.
Yeah.
So big Wolverine fan. I get all of them. So this is the newest one. I'm a little, still pinched at Marvel for that whole Maximum bullshit, but I love my Wolverines. So
I swapped a regular head on mine. I like it better.
See, that does look awesome. And I got so many extra Wolverine heads in a bin. So that's
each one comes with like 3.
Yeah. Except this one.
Yeah, not that one. Not
that one. That's why I was like, really? You're not going to put the masked head in that one?
No,
was that not the comic run?
In order to get extra heads now, you have to have a Maximum series. Fucking dickhead. Yeah, such bullshit.
That would not actually surprise me at all. I miss cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I know it's not good for me, but sometimes I just miss it.
I think that might be the first G.I. Joe pre-order that nobody really cares about. Am I wrong in assuming that crystal ball?
Well, I'm an idiot, I'm sorry, wrestling terms. I'm a mark. So I got it because of that Cthulhu looking like head and the crystal ball itself. I literally bought it for the effects because I have no nostalgia for that fucking figure. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, I feel the same way about the Conan because I hate Mezco in such a way, but the nostalgia and it being Arnold, I was like, I have to get this thing. I hate you, but I have to.
You and Mezco, you've been,
Yeah, so I
battling.
obviously pre-ordered it as soon as it went live.
We talked about this, man, dude. I was gonna, if I did not get this, I was going to punch babies in the face.
Yeah, no, I
would have murdered so many gnomes. It would have been historical.
For real, man. But I'm surprised. I thought Crystal Ball, because usually they all freaking sell out. I was shocked to see that is it's not hitting its mark.
It's sold
I
out
don't think
on
anybody cares
Pulse,
about the character,
but
but it's a nice looking figure. I mean, it's a cool figure. I
think
just
if
don't
you're
care
into,
about
like,
Crystal Ball.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at, Mikey. If you make a good figure, I'll get it.
Yeah.
And it looks
if you're
good.
into, like, customization, he's a good figure. Because you can
Definitely for customization, because the
Yeah.
legs are Techno Viper legs.
Oh, yeah.
So it gives
are
you
they?
another opportunity to use those legs, because Techno Viper never really dropped in price.
So
So it's another option for that.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Some of these weird GI Joes now that are having these like weird names, like Nemesis, Immortal, it's starting to lose me now. It's just like weird. At this point, I just buy Marvel Legends if I want superheroes like that, like weird, crazy.
Well, I
think
think
I
the
went to
law is
GI
a crime against humanity, Tony. So I wasn't worried about Nemesis Enforcer.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck, because I'm like more into the military side of things. Like I like the real American hero stuff when they were like, terrorist organization. When it became like a superhero type stuff, that's when I was just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
No, Shane
Why
sold
even
out
care
everywhere
about
now.
this?
Okay, so never mind. I'm wrong.
Well, but 4 now is correct. Kind of like Maximum Spider-Man sold out. Then it didn't.
You think they're gonna have a second round of
about that?
I would assume.
I think so. I think they will, man. And then you can maybe pick them up at Target. Target is a crapshoot, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. But my targets over here just are non-factors. There's nothing ever. Yeah.
Mine either.
That's the worst.
Tony, you got anything else for recent pickups, Tony?
That's it. I got this, and I'll say on the way. It's currently in route. Is I don't know what the name of it is, and I'm sorry for any Mythic Legions fans, but the death figure,
the Necronominus or whatever wave.
He's on his way, so he'll be here either tomorrow or Saturday, I think.
Oh. Where'd you pick it up from?
Necronominus. Thank you, my lovely wife. Necronominus.
Of course she knew.
Yeah.
Necronominus.
Yeah. But he's an awesome looking figure. And I feel like everybody should have death, like a actual like that looking death with the sickle and the hood and everything like that as a skeleton. I just a badass figure. So I pre-ordered that back.
Is that the one that comes with the grandfather clock? Is it that figure? The red skeleton?
That's the Mask of the Red Death from Four Horsemen is what that one is.
I almost bought that
awesome.
a couple weekends ago.
It's real good.
This is literally it looks like death. It's just like literally death. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Mask of the Red Death, Mikey, I would definitely use.
Yeah.
In place of that.
I really want to pick him up.
Your Grim Reaper that from Epic Hacks is also really good too.
I do like him. He's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think it's a more human looking skeleton than Mythic for sure.
Yeah.
Tony, have you seen those?
Which ones?
The
Almighty Legends.
I did not.
Or not Almighty, yeah.
No, I didn't see them.
Almighty Legends. Is that Epic Hacks?
Epic Hacks, that's what it is.
Oh shit.
Yeah, buddy. Here. I'm gonna get you big.
Who is this? It's like a new toy place. Who are these people?
It's not new, it's Boss Fight, and they've just been doing 4-inch, but now they have a 6-inch line and they're doing a bunch of skeletons.
Oh.
So they've got like a cowboy one, a pirate, I think a pirate one.
Yep.
This one was like a sorcerer or something.
Huh.
He's got like a spell book and he's got some pretty dope accessories. Comes with a scythe.
What
a jack-o'-lantern head.
What's the price on this guy?
Like 33, 34, something like that.
I think that's right.
That's not bad at all. Son of a bitch.
Comparable.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Like the bones and stuff are more human looking. Like the Mythic ones are so thick.
Yeah.
Thick, boy.
Yeah, Gladiator Romans. So yeah, Boss Fight Studios has Hacks, which is their 4-inch line.
Yeah.
And Epic Hacks is their 1/12 scale.
Oh,
right.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. So yeah, because I always see the 4-inch dudes.
Well, I looked at that Storm collectible skeleton like Ninja uses, and those are like $100 a pop, 90 on a good day. I'm like, fuck that.
You can kindly get fucked for that.
Yeah. I would like to introduce yourself to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Please do me a favor. Put an egg in your shoe and beat it.
Beat it, pound sand. You know what I mean?
Tell your story walking. Get out of here.
Yeah, tell it to the door.
Yeah.
Mikey, where are you at with GTFO? Any pickups?
Yeah, I got a pickup.
You got a pickup? You got a Ford F-150?
I ordered one from Amazon, and they screwed me.
What?
The ladies, instead of sending me this Batman that I ordered, sent me a Injustice 2 Superman. Not what I wanted.
What?
Not what I wanted. Hold on. I'm figuring.
It's a new layouts, everyone.
We got stuff now.
Mikey's been working on it.
Well, sure.
You have been working on it.
Sure.
Take it.
Like that. Take it, man. Take it all.
Take it.
This one. So on Amazon, I ordered the black and gray one. Then when I got it, it was an Injustice 2 Superman, so that's being returned. Then I went to GameStop, and they had the blue and gray one. So
that's a good looking blue and gray right there.
I really like this Batman.
Yeah.
So I got him. He was on sale, and I had my $5 coupon.
Yeah.
So he was like $18.
You know what annoys me? It really chaps my ass about McFarlane.
Tell me.
Let's hear it.
Is like his sculpts are so cool. This looks like a beautiful Batman figure, but the articulation is such shit, and standing him sucks. Like
the ankles.
Yeah, it's terrible. But the sculpt looks beautiful. I wish that he would just wisen up. He's a real buffoon sometimes. That guy.
What a boob.
Yeah, I mean, obviously can't blame him, but should we blame him? Isn't he the one that's okaying all of these things?
What is his company? I mean, I would say he has ultimate say. It's a fabric cape.
Hell yeah, it is. That's the thing, man. I mean, he's been
the movement has started.
He's been doing it, man.
Get fucking going, Marvel.
Oh, here we had to shout out KJ because again, I don't want to get memed. All right, shout out to KJ.
Is this
KJ? I'll give you $1 if you meme him anyway.
78 points. Shut your mouth, Mike.
Don't worry, I think I have a picture later in the show that might get memed of Zakainen.
There's that. Special sneak preview of what's coming up.
Is this a particular
it's the banana hammock.
Mikey, is this a particular Batman?
I think this is actually technically a Dick Grayson Batman.
Okay, all right.
But I just like it because he's got like this similar to the 1960s body they did, but he doesn't have the shell shading.
Yeah.
I hate the cell shading, man.
I'm not a fan. But the one that comes with the dog, I really like it, but I don't like the cell shading. So this one looks like the same body, darker blue.
I'll tip my cap to him that he does a dynamite fabric cape, wired too. I'm impressed with that.
I don't like the fabric, but it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, he's been hit and miss on these fabrics.
Yeah. What is that, like a satin?
Yeah, it's like a satin.
Yeah. Not big fan. Like going to the fabric store with my wife, which by the way, rest in peace to Joanne Fabrics. They're going out of business across.
Yeah. Are they just shutting out stores or they're done?
They're done. They're shutting down.
Oh, that sucks.
They're not even taking gift cards anymore.
Yeah.
Also,
that's how close to the end it is.
Yeah.
Dark nights and dark satin. Like it was like right there. Come on. Come on.
It's a stretch, don't you think?
Yo, Joe Jerk. Legal Bush. Barcode.
See, like I said,
what's up, everybody?
A thigh swivel. Does he have a shin swivel? Or no shin swivel, right?
Dude, he got shit.
No.
He's giving
he ain't got shit.
Oh my god, he doesn't even have a hand.
So you say Italian 5 times, and this son of a bitch shows up. And McFarlane.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, like he was like walking out the door and went
it was like
back into to the computer.
It was like a dog when the ears perks up when he hears like somebody when he hears the coming home from work. He's just like this.
Right.
Somebody's talking about McFarlane right now.
Italian McFarlane. I'm being summoned.
Yeah.
Just follow his nose.
Powers had one hell of a show tonight.
Look at this. This is interesting.
Oh, Blake, I would agree with this here that the satin cape matches perfectly with McFarlane Batman 66.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that was a real thing.
But it does have wire. Okay, I wish it was across the bottom too. Man,
that would be cool.
I don't know if you could do it across the bottom because then you would have to like curve it around.
Well, not with a Batman cape. That would really suck.
Yeah. Now, if you put lines in it, like in the middle, that went down.
Oh, like spokes.
Yeah, that might make it
like,
a little
almost like '89 Batman when he does the
exactly
the flip out,
like open it out if how you want.
Each one's. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think there's not one person that opens up a Batman figure and doesn't sing that song to himself while he's opening.
I don't know how you don't. I mean, it's ingrained in your brain. Right?
Every time I open up a Batman figure, that's the song that plays in my head.
Of course.
Every time.
Well, even when I hear, on the Mega Powers, you hear that na 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 na, I start hearing the Batman theme song on top of that.
Yeah.
Batman. Yeah, I want Clarence Boddicker just to work that into where he says Batman at the end when he shoots him.
I think you have a question from Gaines. What are you gonna do with that guy, Mikey? I think he's referring.
Bend over, I'll show you. I mean, he's just going up on the Batman shelf next to the Green Lanterns.
That's cool.
I guarantee you, he asked that sexually. I guarantee it.
You rip your shirt off like again?
So beautiful.
Oh no, not Randy. No. Oh.
Yeah, often imitated, never duplicated. Yeah, all right, the Macho Man. Yeah, all right. Yeah. All right, we're gonna figure it out tonight. Okay. Me, Mikey, and Zakainen. Yeah, gonna figure it out. Yeah. One at a time. Yeah, one at a time, but not all three. Yeah, all right. Because we gotta figure it out. Yeah. Three in the crowd. Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Mikey. Zakainen finally snapping into it, liking it. Yeah.
I don't. The shades just throw me off. Like I can't do it. I need some different shades.
I have these.
Oh, I know I know you got the madness.
I got these now. I got all kinds of shades.
He's gonna transform. You can't help it. You can't help it.
There it is.
There it is. Taking over me. Yeah, like possession. Yeah, I'm right there. And Macho Man takes over me every time. Yeah, Legend Series is ready. Yeah, Legend Series YouTube. Yeah, go over there. Yeah, because you're not going to come back. Yeah, go over there. It's like riding a lightning bolt across the sky. Space is the place. Yeah, too hot to handle and too cold to hold. Yeah, go over there and check them out. Yeah.
Yeah. I gave 3 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
What just happened, guys? I don't know. I just blacked out.
Like Will Ferrell when he's doing the debate in old school. He's like, blacked out.
Someone did that with the they were talking about we keep seeing all these ghosts from Victorian era. Like, why can't we get like Randy Macho Man Savage haunting somewhere?
I wish.
Yeah, but it'd be like in the middle of the 90s. You'd be like, oh yeah, and you'd be like, God damn it, Randy.
That's scary. That's a ghost.
I would go there and play Ouija board all the time. Are you here? Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. You moved it. No, I didn't.
3 minutes. Son of a bitch.
Oh god. The boat saw's ready.
You know what? I'm gonna do GTFO real quick. Here is what I'm going to do.
Why don't you do it?
I talked about this on the old 3POA here. Go to this layout. I cannot express on how absolutely dumb this is that there is no ball joint, there's no swivel, there is no nothing. This is all you're gonna get.
I can't believe that.
Until I got it in my hands, I'm like, surely this isn't the case. That is the case. This Agent Venom for Marvel Legends is horse shit, especially at that price point when, shout out to Papa Kukovich. We've talked about this. Now, this is the, anti-Venom?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But for less money, even with the shipping, I can articulate this son of a bitch to hell and back.
Which one's that one?
That's a CT Toys version,
CT
right?
Toys.
This is the Knocky
Revoltech
off. Yeah.
Looks really good though for a knockoff.
Oh, dude, for a knockoff, this thing's ridiculous at that price point,
knockoff.
man.
Very, very good.
And let's even say I got it at a higher price point with shipping. Let's say it was like $30, $35.
Yeah.
It's still with accessories blowing this thing out of the fucking water, man. I cannot believe that they decided to remove articulation from here.
That blows my mind. And that's only a matter of time before that happens to all of them.
And Tony, you know, we had that talk when you were interviewing me. Shout out to Talking Figures. Great series from Legend series. But we were talking, he was like, do you think they're going to start like removing articulation? I'm like, I don't think so. Well, fuck me.
Yeah.
Maybe Tony's right.
I'm telling you, they're going to start taking shit away because they're like, you want this shit, motherfuckers? Come to the maximum line. You got to pay $55 for this product. That's going to start doing it to you. And then you're going to be like, God damn it, I want my guy to have a waist swivel. So I got to pay $55
for a waist swivel. And then I'll stop getting Marvel Legends.
Jesus.
I finally got Herd out to play with here. This Mirko from My Hero Academia. I will say that I am disappointed in the cake. They really hit her on a diet on the cake action because Mirko got some cake on her in the cartoon. Little bunny butt. That said, this figure's been really fun to like break out. This one is Revoltech.
Revoltech, yeah, okay.
Yep. Now, I mean, you can see like she's tiny, but she's like that in the comic series too. The cartoons. Here we go. My big old.
And does she have waist articulation?
Does she have a waist swivel?
So, she's got a
right there.
Thing.
The way they did the cut on her hides it real well with the suit. I really, yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Focus.
I see.
Yeah. So the way they worked that was really clever. Also, man, this bitch got articulated hair, man.
Well, you probably have to because how weird it looks.
Yeah, Revoltech is really good with that. I mean, on CT Toys, but even the belt on these things is articulated to get in those poses.
Yeah, dude, even like
crazy.
Dude, like even Marvel Legends hair. Sometimes those head sculpts with any figure with long hair will literally just stop it dead in its tracks from looking up. You might as well.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
Yeah, kiss looking up goodbye if that figure has long hair. It ain't
hell, half the time, kiss turning your head because you're running into the back of the shoulders.
Yeah, man, it's just a waste of time.
Very strange.
Yeah.
My last one. This might like bleed into my like it came from the collection. Maybe actually, you know what? Let's just do it came from the collection, fellas.
Oh,
cue the music.
Let's just do it. Cue it.
That figure with the clock was cool. What was that?
Which one?
That one in the beginning where it was like it had a goat head and it had a clock.
So the clock, that's from that Mask of the Red Death from Four Horsemen.
Oh, okay.
And the goat head, that's Bartholomew Vex from Mezco.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I know, buddy. I know. It's a great fucking figure, dude. It is. It is.
I bet it is. Because they make good toys. They're just shitty people.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you, especially when that pre-order for Conan got delayed by an hour. I was the color of this shirt, which was not hard to get to.
I don't blame you because that's happened to me twice.
Well, I'll mix it up with it came from the collection. I'll go first here. So I was showing this off also on 3POA. This is a Sexy Ice figure here. This thing is so much goddamn fun. I swapped her human hands out for these praying mantis hands.
What is this from though? Is this just?
This is Sexy Ice Studios, and they're doing some really weird anamorphic figures.
Where's the sexy part?
It's right there. It's right there.
No.
Can't you see it in her what a thorax on this one. This thorax is
my God.
It looks like you're just holding a praying mantis with legs.
Yeah.
I assume that's what they do. Yeah. They just make the human and animal bug things. Is that what they kind of?
Yeah. And I mean, it's got, this cool praying mantis scythe that it comes with. It's got little alternate head sculpts that I will fumble fuck with over here.
Also, it's like a face plate.
Little faceplate, little deals. It's just fun. I've been having a lot of fun playing with this thing since last night, and I do have a vision for maybe doing like a kind of a D&D group that I've got. I got like Red Sonja. I've got like a gigantic wolf mount for her. I've got an orc that I'm using.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna work this in maybe as an assassin rogue type. Might put a soft goods like cloak on her.
Oh, yeah.
I think I might have some with that.
That's awesome stuff. But I love doing stuff like that. You just grab a bunch of figures and make like a D&D party. I did that with my figures quite a few times.
It's fun, right? You sit there and you're like, oh man, this would be a cool party. Like this is the tank, this is the mage, this is the healer, right? Like Warcraft, whatever. You start thinking in those terms.
Hell yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, Mikey. You said you got something quicksies.
Just a quickle.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna bring up Scott Hughes, Skynet's joined the chat here. New tooling.
Yeah, I was watching that where you had your rant about that toy on the members only on the 3POA. I watched that today. The replay was on the Replay Squad today, and I watched. I still couldn't believe it when you complained about it. I was shocked.
Yeah,
that fucking toy sucks, man. I wanted that. You guys made me cancel my pre-order on that Agent Venom figure.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up. Mikey I'm talking to him about maybe doing some red and doing my Thunderbolts. What I'm gonna do.
You should. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Look at this. What is this mug here?
Got a new coffee cup.
Right on.
Got it. It was on clearance at the Cracker Barrel, and I saw this and I was like, no way. There he is.
Whoa! Look at them. The inside of that too.
Mm-hmm. Won't let you forget.
Was it talking to you before you bought it? You kind of like looked over.
Hey man, check this out.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What is that? A coffee cup?" And I was like, "Yeah, check out the price tag. Look out, man."
Yeah.
What's up?
Only 200 people know that.
A little bit of that, man.
The king. One of them was me.
You drink a little bit of that, man.
You're Elvis. Say hello, Sales. Look out, man.
That's awesome stuff.
Anyway, that's my quick share.
Well, you weren't messing around. That was a quick share. That was a really cool mug.
Take long.
I'm not even like a huge Elvis fan. I'm like, I probably would have bought that fucking mug.
Cool ass mug. TCB, baby.
Look out, man.
Look out, man.
And we had this segment for Tony here. Tony's been playing around. Tony, would you like to share your current project?
All right, so I'm going to start right from the top. Now, I did it in order of people that I made. So now I have a WWE 2K25 that just came out. And I'm on the members only. I have a thing where if you're a member of the channel, I will make you and put you inside the universe. So I've been making members. So, and I've been doing it live. So I've been going live. I did it on the Wake and Bake, and then I did it again live the same day. Just making people that were on the list. I still have a few more to make, but these are who I've gotten so far. I'll share right now. I'm starting with Action Figure Addict. He's right here. I don't know if it came up yet. Let me just see. Is it up on your...
Get on, Mikey. There we go.
Okay. All right. So Action Figure Addict was the first one. Now, a lot of these guys have input on this stuff. I don't... I'm asking them, what do you want here? You want a knee? He wanted a knee brace because he has a bad knee. He wanted 2 sleeve tattoos, so I obliged. He wanted the Bullet Club shirt. I gave it to him. I noticed one thing about a lot of guys, they don't want to wear tights. Nobody wants to wear tights. Everybody wants to have baggy shorts or baggy clothes. So this was Action Figure Addict. I think the next is Jeff. This is Jeff. I can put the logos
with the American Dream pants on there.
I like the pants. He looks like the guy that ran the dojo in Napoleon Dynamite.
I saw Tony
Dietrich Bader in our Napoleon Dynamite.
Is it like GTFO where you can slap on some images into the game?
Yes, you could put a bunch of stuff, and I've downloaded a bunch of logos from everybody already. Jerk sent me his, Jeff sent me his, and I'll put it. I can even build arenas, and I have like all of our logos on the canvas, on the ring apron. So like when I go live with these things, you'll like everybody like your logos and shit will be in the arena. But Jeff here, and then of course this is Paulie Pepperjack or Mike.
Oh no!
Yeah, let me just show you his entrance gear because I think
I need to see the entrance gear. That's what I want.
This is the saddest part of this whole thing. I know quite a few people who dress just like them.
Dude, I would buy this for the Tracksuit Mafia,
Yeah.
right? Those figures and put them right
Yeah.
there with them. Holy
Yeah.
shit
The
balls.
tracksuit tank.
I just want to go on record.
Tracksuit tank.
I also want to go on record in front of everybody right now and say that my brother has worn this exact outfit. Multiple times. Hat and everything. Let me just.
I don't blame him. I'm thinking about doing this at like one of our next
and
conventions.
I've done it as well, and it's one of the most comfortable outfits you'll ever wear. So,
How could it not be? Now Tony wanted to do fedora, and I skewed it towards the cabbie hat because that's what I was feeling.
Totally agree. Couldn't agree more. That's definitely
works.
a Holy Pepper Jack signature.
That's him. That's him, baby.
Yeah, because the fedora is easily like a Tony D situation. Like it would work. But
yeah, it was too similar. As the tracksuit and the fedora was like
And
Holly's a little more intense.
More your working man. He's not that's too fancy. That's a working hat right there.
Yeah,
this is roughshod. He wanted to be Papa Shango. He gave me full creative range. All he said is make me look like Papa Shango. And I said, you got it, bud. The only thing he wanted was his beard, which is it's very accurate to how his beard actually is. So this was him. This is him in his entrance gear.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. He's called the Witch Doctor, Rada. It's a voodoo term because he's from New Orleans. Papa Shango's in the game, so I'm going to team them together and call them the Voodoo Brothers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, tag team in the game. So what I'm going to do now here is I'm going to tell everybody is every Sunday I'm going to go live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard and it's called Sunday Evening Slam. So I'm basically going to do a month of my universe mode, and I'm going to set up promos, feuds, and it's going to pay off at giant pay-per-views. And I just downloaded a bunch of arenas. So I'm going to do WCW and WWF or E, and it's going to be like all of us on each roster.
Oh my God.
And we're going to see how the storylines play out week to week. So,
buddy, I told you this. Like this sounds awesome. Tony, how much work is going to take for one episode?
It's going to take there's certain things that I'm going to do because even my wife might get in on it because she's an editor and filmmaker as well. And she told me that she's willing to make like promo packages if I get enough footage. So if I'm going to sit here sometimes with OBS and just capture footage of the guys fighting and promos and all that shit. And I'm going to send it to her and it's like, yo, do a little promo package for me. So I can just play it before we get into like, this way you don't see all the minutia of like, all right, let me just make this match real quick. I don't want you to see all that. So I'm going to try to fill it with like promo filler, like you would an actual wrestling program. So it's going to take a lot. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of
it sounds like a lot. But once you get like through the creation process, right?
Once you're started, then it's just plug and play. You just put in clips where you need, and that's it. But for like the live streams, it's going to be just you sitting here with me, and we're going to be booking the shit together. I'll ask you questions like, who do you think Zakainen should fight this week? Or who are we going to put Zakainen against this, like essentially like that. This is Sam Edwards. Sent me the fish logo. I ended up background, top the fish logo on him. Yeah. And this is his entrance gear.
I was thinking Dude Love. Dude Love was in my head for Sam.
Now, hold on.
Edwards.
I was going to do that for him, but he said no. He wanted to go more accurate to what he would wear at a fish concert. So we went that on accurate for him. But I'm digging it. I could definitely.
Is there a weed attack? Like, what would his special move be?
Smoke screen.
The bong. He's got a power bong him. He's got a power bong him.
This is Same Time Toys. He, like I told you off stream, he wanted to be more like the Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher. So he wanted a kilt and he wanted a Cannibal Corpse shirt. So we went on to Community Creations, downloaded the Cannibal Corpse album cover, and I put it on his shirt.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. So now he's ready to go. That's me.
By the way, spoiler alert.
Yeah, that's me. That's actually very accurate to how I used to look when I wrestled. And I was telling the story as I was making this character. Like when I wrestled, I used to wear boots, and I actually showed the boots that I wore on stream, and I was like, they sucked. And it wasn't until I said, fuck what people say. I'm gonna start wearing sneakers to get comfortable, and then I got hurt. But this is essentially the look that I had right at the end of my wrestling game, right after I was done wrestling.
Homeless boxer in the summertime was the look.
I was ready to fight. And I put the Madness bandana on because of the inside joke with the Macho Man
Of course.
impersonation over on the Legend.
But the pre-roll shirt, the logo
pre-roll
on
shirt
there. Shout out to Dan Olton.
Yeah, it's shout out. And if anybody's wondering
Beautiful.
what it says in the comic bubble that for Estelle, it says, "I can't believe I'm in a video game." There's JoJo Jerk.
Now, speaking of jerk,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you got to have barcode
jerk.
as a move. Like I don't know what it would be, right?
Yeah.
The crowbar.
I already
code.
know. I already know Chris Jericho's code breaker, the double knees to the face, and that would be the
barcode breaker.
The barcode breaker. Yes, ooh,
I like
good.
it.
I like that. Very well done.
I like it.
And then this is you.
Oh, you modified it since I saw it last.
Well, hold on. This is you when you're ready to fucking throw hands. So when you're in the ring and the bell rings, this is you ready to fuck somebody up.
This is straight up Henry Rollins right here. If he was a wrestler.
And this is you when you come to the ring, get your little 3POA hoodie on. I got the 3POA logo in there as well now.
Oh shit!
And that's it. So that's Zakainen.
Oh my god!
This is my wife. She wanted to be an actual woodland fairy. And she came up with a cool ass name. It's called The Evil Within the Woods. That's like the name that the announcer says. Her name was what baby? What's your name? What was the name of this character? Faye something. Faye Wild is her.
I was gonna say Faye Wild would make all the sense in the world.
Yeah,
that's an awesome name.
Yeah, so Faye Wild. That's who I've gotten so far. Out of everybody, I still have to make Teddy Darklaw. Roughshod's wife, who's also a member of Virgo Cool, and I think Blake Tarpley, because Blake came in while I was making people a couple of days ago, and I noticed that he was a member, and I said, Blake, do you want to be immortalized in the Pro Wrestling League? He was like, yes, I do. And I was like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
So I got Blake on the list. I got to make Blake. I'm gonna probably go live either tomorrow or Saturday to finish it up. So Sunday, I'm gonna start getting the ball rolling on the shows and things of that nature. I gotta wipe the universe mode. I got to set up the shows. I downloaded all new WCW arenas, like updated show logos and everything like that. Like if it was running today, and that's going to be like the WCW side of things. I'm going to ask guys, do you want to be on WCW or do you want to be in WWF? Because we're going to recreate the Monday Night War.
WCW.
You want to be on WCW? Okay.
You know what? Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. So we're going to create the Monday Night War, but using the toy community essentially.
Blake Tarpley and I shared the picture with Tony because Jerk, I don't know when he put it in, like weeks ago. In the credits, when he rolls for the Mega Powers, there is Zakainen versus Tarpley, DFW 2025 in the credits, and I had missed it completely.
Yeah, I forgot what name I have in there for you, but for Blake Tarpley, I already know I'm going to put Handsome Blake Tarpley.
Handsome Blake Tarpley. Oh yeah, Jerk is saying WCW all the way. Fuck yeah,
I'll pop in Jerk in WCW. So now I'm also going to pop in some legends. So like Hogan will be on WCW as well. So there might be a moment where Zakainen takes on the immortal Hulk Hogan, and things of like
Underlips.
Yeah, exactly.
Underlips. Yep.
Underlips.
And over on the Monday Night Raw program, we're gonna have like old school Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and things like that. Yeah.
I'll do tights.
All right, good. Like I said, every time I said I noticed this. This was funny. While I was making guys, I was like, "All right, can I have creative freedom?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm gonna go to put some tights on you." And as soon as I say I'm gonna go put some tights on you, they'd be like, "Whoa! I want some pants." I feel like, okay, there you go. All right, so no problem. I would put pants on everybody.
Listen, I would just like to publicly say thank you for not making me hornswoggle. I appreciate you as a friend. Thank you very much.
I made you a light heavyweight, so you're 5'6". I try to keep it as legit as possible.
5'8". I'm 5'8.5" on a good day.
All right, so I'll make you 5'8". I'll go in there and fix it. I made you 5'6", 220, so you're a light heavyweight, so you can fight for the heavyweight championship.
Listen, I like that. I like it 5'6". That way people underestimate me. They're like, oh my God, I was expecting 2.5 inches more.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, gotcha, bitch. Yeah.
Nice. Like for instance, like Roughshod, I said Roughshod. I was like, can I get creative freedom? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, so I'm making you a monster. So I made him 6'8". I made him 6'8", 340. So he's like a big corn-fed, skull crusher dude. So
I want to be a monster.
No,
do you?
It's too late.
I want to have a lair. Can I have a lair?
You want a faction? I'll put you in a faction. We'll call it the Figure It Out Boys.
Oh yeah, we got to have some spin like the figure it act. Yeah, like New World Order.
I am
Yeah.
putting teams together, so keep that in mind. Like I am at some point going to put like whoever
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Here we go.
Idea.
Here we
Idea. Now, Tony, you already know I came up. I like the idea of having a character Tango Cash,
Yes,
and I think we should workshop that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if Zach and I are on a team, we must have a fastball special where I throw him. That has to happen,
dude.
And Tango Cash can 100% be like 1990s WWF tights, flashy ridiculousness.
Mullet.
But we got to workshop that character.
I do like Zakainen Dungeon and Doom, but yeah, you could do that with like the Road Warriors. Would Animal would take Hawk
and toss him off? They got a lot of. The one thing I will say, because I've taken a break from this game for a few years, it's much better than years past. So I was very surprised to see like how in depth the game is, or how much they're adding to it. I didn't expect it to be like this. So I'm excited to get into, because now they added promos again. So like you're gonna, like I said, on Sundays, you're basically gonna see the calendar week with me. So we're gonna be looking at the week, the month worth of shows that we're gonna be watching that month. I'm gonna simulate some bullshit, like if it's like let's say Booker T versus this guy, and nobody, like it's not any of us. Obviously, I'm gonna simulate through that match, so there'll be some kind of it's not like just watching everything. But when those matches happen, we're gonna watch them, and I'm gonna call it like I would an actual wrestling match. Dress Zach as Mickey, like Owen and Coco Beware. Oh Jesus, you're talking about high energy. That's what
high energy.
Yeah, high energy.
Buddy, I'm already thinking like I like Mick Foley. I really do.
Yeah.
I never liked his characters except for Mankind. But the way you've made it out, like I would have this whole multiple personality disorder. Like I'd have Zakainen, and I'd have Segway, I'd have Muscles Marinara, and then I would have the Albino Cobra.
Albino Cobra for sure.
So we'd have to do a Royal Rumble, just like Mankind, where every time I get beat, I would come out.
Dude, my wife, she did the same thing. She sat over here, right? And I said, all right, we're going to make you today. She's like, okay. So she comes over here and she goes, all right, can I make more than one? And I was like, what? She's like, I have 3 different names. I have 3 different character arcs. She's like, I want to make all. And I was like, who gave you the book? Who gave you, you're booking people now? I was like, yeah. I was like, you can make whoever you want. That's the point of this thing. I want to get as creative as possible. So yeah, if you want to make 3 versions of yourself, I'm totally fine with it, man. I'll totally get down with it. I don't give a shit. And you put me as an action figure in Zach's avatar, he can walk out
like Sacco.
You know what's interesting is they have like
it is
character skins that look like the WWE toys. Like I was playing as Jey Uso when I first got it.
Yeah,
and it was action figure Jey Uso. So he had like the ab crunch and the elbow joints and the knee joints, and it was just like his face smiling. It was like weird. I was like, I wish, and because like then Shane was like, yo, I want to look like that, but I was like, I don't think it like you can't create somebody that looks like that. I think that's just in the game. That's like something they put in the game. So it's interesting that you can do some shit like that. Yeah, Cactus ZJs.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy footage, man. Like Mike Tyson, power bomb to Rhea Ripley in a bikini. Which, by the way,
well, because they added intergender wrestling for the first time ever to the game engine. Because usually, when you in the old games, when you pick a woman, you can only fight women, and like just like men can't fight. Now all of a sudden, they changed it, so now you can have
intergender.
You can have intergender wrestling in it. They have like a lot of match options. I did not expect. Like I say, have war games. It was pretty interesting how in depth this game is.
Actually, that would make sense, Bobby Valor, because he's got the tattoos of those.
That's first off brilliant idea over there producing the show from the couch, baby girl.
Shout out to Crown Fox.
She's already producing the rest of the program over there. I love it. But yes, if they have that, I would definitely do that for him. But the one thing I have to say, and I don't want to sound like an asshole, but you have to be a member. I can't just start breaking the rules, Hey man,
sorry. Like, share, subscribe.
Want to be in there? Like, share, like, and subscribe, and please just join the membership. And as I guess I don't like to put the shit over because I don't like to be John the salesman here. But just like I said, hours of content, and like I said, I will immortalize you in this video game. You will see you play out in these feuds with whoever we want to. I'm going to set up promos. We're going to watch you cut promos. We're going to watch all kinds of stuff. Like I said, me and my wife might actually start doing videos, like video packages, like Zakainen. Like, listen, let's just let me just paint you a picture right quick.
You're right.
We team you two up, right? And we run you guys for a little bit. You win the tag titles, doing the WCW World Tag Team titles, right? And you ride high for like 6 months. And we're like, yo, the Figure It Out boys are doing well, right? Then all of a sudden, something happens, right? And I decide that now I want Mikey to turn on Zakainen. And now we're going to watch.
Oh, my God. It's the Sting Lex Luger turn.
Exactly.
Oh,
so
my
how are we going to turn it?
How Starcade all over again.
I'm going to turn to the audience and I'm going to say, how should we turn Mikey? Should we do
Dark
this?
Mikey 2025?
Dark Mikey, 100%.
Yeah, do we change his gear now? Do we change this now? Let's switch it up. Is he going to get a new finish now that he has this new angle? And then am I going to push him for the Intercontinental belt, the U.S. title, or the TV title? Am I going to push him for the world? Am I going to put the rocket ship up his ass and he's going to go for the world title?
It's already there.
You know, like how am I going to play this out? Is now that JoJo Jerk is currently the WCW World Television Champion? Is Zakainen now that he's a singles wrestler, does he get launched off into an angle with Jerk for the television championship? There's just like a bunch of options that I'm gonna like have you guys help me play out so we can all essentially it's like we're all playing the game together. Like that's basically the goal. So like you could see yourself progress. Like, yo, Tony, I want to see me fight versus this guy. I was like, all right, so tonight on WCW Nitro, it'll be Action Figure Addict versus Sam Edwards. And the winner of that will get a shot at JoJo Jerk's WCW World Television Championship next week on Nitro and things like that. So we're going to kind of figure it out. And like I said, I'm going to literally call it the way I would call actual wrestling.
Yeah.
So when the show starts, I'm going to be Tony Styles, the commentator, and I'm going to just call the entire show. So at least the matches that we put up. And I'm going to then crop those matches out. And then me and my wife will fuck with them.
She's still going. She's still going.
It's full of ideas. We essentially could, yeah.
Now, and I texted you last night. I thought this would be on False Finish. This is going to be on Legend Series.
No, this is going to be on Legend Series because there's no membership on False Finish. That is strictly wrestling news, so I don't really like to put video game shit on there.
Where this would be entertainment side of things.
Yeah, so this is to me just like I said. I would listen. I RoboCop versus Kane, and that could be a thing, dude. The community creations, they make everybody. Deadpool, Batman. I mean, every superhero, every superhero under the sun is made. Everybody. I mean, it's crazy what these people make on the community creations. It's pretty impressive. I got 1997 Sting. It looks like the WWE. He was in the game. Like how good
that's cool.
Way they model it. It's pretty impressive. And Sabu. And I did that for Same Time Toys because he wanted Sabu in our world. And Sabu did wrestle at WCW very briefly in 1995.
But it counts.
Yeah, so it counts. So I'm going to put Sabu in WCW.
You put the Big Show in there too, WCW, right?
As the Giant, I will. Yes, I will get the Giant too with long hair. Yes, because I got 1999 Chris Jericho that I'm putting in WWF. So like I'm getting certain guys like they have 1997 Eddie Guerrero. He's going in WCW.
Oh wait, hang on. Yeah. Hang on. We're at 53 minutes. I know what's going to happen here. You tricked us into talking about goddamn wrestling. Bitch, damn it!
But I got
I knew it.
This is our own thing. I'm just telling you now.
Are you doing the first episode this Sunday?
Yeah, but this Sunday it will definitely happen. But I don't know if it's going to be like the show
set up.
We're still going to be setting everything up. So, but it is going to happen every Sunday 6:30 p.m. for sure. So I'm excited.
And I don't think you're alone in that, Scott Hughes. I don't think you're the only one's preferred.
Absolutely not. There's a few people like on our speaking of that wrestling show that we do on False Finish. My co-host Malik said his favorite version of Sting was Surfer Sting, which was the buzz cut and the multicolored tight Sting, which was a great Sting. Yeah, any version of Sting with the exception of like the later versions because he was old as shit. Was
the Jokerized version?
Yeah, that's when it got a little ridiculous. But he was very Sting was always very good. He's a pillar of NWA and WCW. So naturally, I had to put Sting. I had to download Sting and get Sting in WCW.
I think also is when I think of Sting, I think of Meat, like our main segment that we're going to jump to.
There it is. There's a reason why you're in that nickname, ladies and gents.
Everyone, let's get into this. bum. We're playing with production and music.
You guys were on your way. You got your little segments out. You got your segmented.
It's this guy over here. He does this.
Fantastic.
I didn't do those.
Not that.
Oh,
you everything else. Okay,
I
everything.
do some other stuff.
Some other stuff. You dibble dabble. All right, this will all do.
My wife liked the song. That song was fire.
Did she? Fire. Thanks to non-copyrighted free use music via CapCut. Thanks, CapCut. Spyware, just like TikTok, but whatever. It's the devil, you know, or whatever. Yeah, it's always fire. Fire. Yeah, going through, well, I'll talk about studio stuff later because, yeah, it's just going through, trying to find all these tracks. You're like, what's good?
There's so much stuff.
So, as we're going to talk about this, I remember this time. If you've got your favorite fantasy movie, now we skewed this. We had to like kind of broaden it out, right? Just not sword and sorcery.
Yeah.
That's primarily what our stuff's going to be tonight. Try to stick to that. Sword and sandal, high fantasy, if you will.
No pun intended.
I think it was intended. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Chat will highlight them. Mikey and I will do our best to throw those off to the side. We're not ignoring you, but we're going to talk about those once we're through all of our lists and see if any of our honorable mentions get talked about. If you pick those as honorable mentions, or hell, it might be our main. We'll see at the end of the show. But we'll cover everyone's picks. You know, what's your top one? What's your top five? Menjoza, don't you name every fantasy movie ever. Okay, Menjoza? Don't do
all fantasies.
You get you narrow it down.
Yeah.
Keep that list minimum.
They're all part of my rock and roll fantasy.
Now there's the five other the five that you really love, right? The ones that you're always going to go back to whenever you're on, and then you have honorable mentions.
Yep.
How many? Usually off the stream, you said you had a lot of honorable mentions.
I picked 5, so 15, 16 honorable mentions. But a lot of those, when we brought it out to fantasy, since we're doing this during the week, I went beyond sword and sorcery. So, I mean, I have enough for just a fantasy in general show. So I'm probably not going to use those unless they pop up in our chat.
Okay. Cool beans. All right.
But you know what? And by the way, if we double up tonight, instead of us going to one of our honorable mentions and shifting our stuff along, what we're going to do is, if we pick out something that's on our list, we're just going to wax poetic about it. That's what we're going to do.
You betcha.
Give me my
Mikey, why don't you want to start us off tonight?
Sure.
Your number 5.
Sure. Let's share this, stuff that, jam that in there.
By the way, guys, we'll talk about this real quick. If it is a series, you can't do a series. It'll be one movie out of that series. You're like, that's the one you'd recommend to somebody if it's out of a series.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my number 5 is obviously not swords and sorcery, but is Big Fish. I really like this movie. Liked this movie for a long time. It's very odd.
That's a great movie.
It's a Tim Burton movie, but only part of it is odd in the Tim Burton way.
Yeah. 100%. Like, I didn't think this
cast
was a
of characters that
he
encounters, and like the Dan DeVito with the, he's like the werewolf, and he's the ringleader of the circus, and the twins and the giant, all that stuff. I love this movie. The story of his dad's life, and he's got that sweet '66 Charger. Oh,
yeah,
so cool.
Right. Real quick, Blake Tarpley, semi-historical flicks. Okay, they're not documentaries, so they're fiction, buddy. You're good. You go to town on that. Okay.
Semis count.
Idiocracy is not a documentary, even though it really looks like it.
It's true. It's true.
And that's Ewan McGregor, right?
Ian McGregor. Yep.
And then, damn it, who else was in that? I can't read.
What's the people in that? I don't know.
This was a beautiful movie. It really was. This to me,
cool.
anything with kind of family is going to, kind of hit me on some chords,
Yeah.
Yeah. This one really is. It's all about the what's important in life, and his dad is this, he knows him as this big storyteller, and nothing he ever says is true. And when it comes down to it, everything was true. It was just embellished a little bit, or a lot. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. It's a good.
Right, yeah, Tristan, right here, man. I cry like a bitch.
It gets you, dude.
Yeah, I'm getting
100%.
goosebumps. I goosebumps.
It was definitely a movie that I didn't expect to be as good as it was.
Yeah, I agree, Tony.
Yeah.
I
I think it is my favorite Tim Burton movie because I'm not a big Tim Burton fan, but this one gets me, man. I love it.
Yeah. Wow. It was the only like it's crazy to say this, but it's the most normal Tim Burton movie. Like I know it's still new in its own way, but it's like it's not like ridiculous, like over the top. You're like, all right, dude, what are you doing? Guy with scissor hands? Like, what the hell is this?
I just got here's this is not a segue. This is an interruption. I got a new subscriber yesterday, and it was inward scissor hands is the username.
Oh,
and I'm like, can I don't know if I want this as a sub.
Yeah.
Inwards scissor hands? Really, guy?
you know.
Tony, what do you got for your
my first one?
Your first.
All right, so I didn't prepare like slides. I'm sorry, but I'll just tell you what it is.
Oh, here.
It's okay.
And obviously it's the Princess Bride.
I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy.
Like that counts, right? I just loved it because for a few reasons, and I'll tell you this right now.
Mikey, you got it.
The beginning with Fred Savage, like that happened with me with my grandparents. Like when I was sick in bed, and they would come upstairs and bring me like comic books and soup and ginger ale and shit like that.
So when, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So when Columbo walked in and gave him that and read the story to him, I was like, all right, let's read this book. All right, what do you want to know about the Princess Bride? Right, and it was that, and then of course the story itself. I loved Andre the Giant was in. Obviously, that was just a happy accident. I completely forgot that Andre was in it until just right now. But Andre being in it was a great thing for me because I was a big wrestling fan at that point, and I saw Andre the Giant in it, and I was just like, oh shit, I gotta watch this. And even as a kid, like I was very young when I watched it because my father was a big swords and sorcery guy, still is to this very day. He immediately watched it when it came out on VHS, so I saw it as very relatively like soon when it came out, and I just remember being absolutely in love with this movie as a kid, going, Dad, can we watch it again? Can we watch it again? I loved everything about it. I love Billy Crystal's part. He's not dead. He's not all the way dead. He's a little dead. You know, like I just love all that the little jokes. Like it was funny in a way where it wasn't overpowering. It still had like sad moments. It had great action, but like I said, still made you laugh. Like it was lighthearted, but not too lighthearted. It was to me one of these movies that till this day, if it's on TV, I will leave it on. If I see it on like a streaming service, I'll put it on because it's just a great fucking movie and I can never not be entertained by it. I still laugh at the moments. I still get irked when I see the rat, when he fights the giant rat.
Rodent of unusual size.
Yeah. And it's stuff like that used to creep me out, used to scare me, still does.
Oh, son of a bitch, there's a wrestler in it. I knew it.
Andre the Giant. Yeah.
God damn it, Tony.
Anybody want a peanut?
Anybody want a peanut?
The Holocaust cloak, I want to say, right? And they set him on fire out there.
Yeah. He's like, oh,
This was my number 4, so I'm totally on board with this. This is a great movie.
This will always be up there and one of my absolute favorite movies to watch, man. I love it. Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean,
I always forget. The whole thing with Hugo Montoya with the father.
With the six-fingered man.
Yeah, with the six-fingered man and shit like that. Yeah, it was just
dude, the duel, right? Yeah. When he sits there and they start facing each other off, and they're like, no, I'm not left-handed. I mean, it's such a great fucking scene between, I mean, two faces, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's just like when he's like, you are magnificent.
Yeah. It was so fucking good, man. I mean, you wanted that to keep on going, right? Because you're like,
you keep saying that, but I don't think it means what you think it means.
The story,
inconceivable.
Yeah, that that they're telling. Where, what do I say here? Oh, I lost a goddamn.
I'm a huge fan of a story within a story.
Yes,
and I like the fact that it was a sick kid and his
Fred
grandfather
Savage
came over, and read the story to him. It's such a great movie that Deadpool reenacted it for their trailer a couple of years ago. And that's how good this movie is. The movie will always hold up to me. Like I'll never get old of this. Never sick of this movie.
Scott, what is happening?
Wow.
How are we friends, Scott? I am.
Oh, wow. But you
I think he's going heel. I think that's what Scott's doing here. I think he's doing this on purpose.
It's such a
he
great
has to love this movie.
No, yeah, you gotta give it a
Oh,
shot.
that's what I was going to say. The Dread Pirate Roberts story about how he became, Wesley becomes the Dread Pirate Roberts. Fuck, I love the Deadpool Christmas version of Deadpool kidnapping fucking Fred Savage.
Yeah, dude, I just said it. I just brought it up. It's such a great movie that they like I said, it's parodied. And it holds up till this very day. Like you just watch this today and say, like, oh, this is fucking great, man. This is a great film. And I just love I love every aspect of it. Like I said, the Fred Savage and the grandfather part that goes into this amazing story. Even like the part where when they kiss and he like doesn't want to, and he goes, "Do you want me to keep reading or you want me to stop? What do you want?" Right? And he goes, "All right,
you can keep going." I
you can keep going. All right, but just chill out with the, And he's like, all right. And then he just keeps reading again. Yeah.
Which I just showed my wife today a picture of a 1/12 scale Peter Falk that they made for Columbo. I was like, honey, because we're watching Columbo again. And I'm like, man,
dude, at the very end, like you guys talked about tearing up for Big Fish. Like I tear up at the end of that movie when the grandfather leaves and the kid goes, "Can you come back tomorrow and read that story again?" And he goes, "As you wish." And he walks out. It's like, yo, man, that's exactly how my parents were, my grandparents were. They took care of us when we didn't feel good and shit. So, it hits the feels right where it needs to.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like I said, it's a great film, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As you wish.
And then she throws herself after him. It's like I mean, I tell I don't think my wife has ever actually seen the Princess. Have you seen The Princess Bride? Yes, she has. All right. It's a great fucking movie.
So good. It's a great movie.
Such a beautiful film.
Let's get this off the screen because I had that. That was definitely in my honorable mentions as I was making my list here.
And like I said, it's a great film. Like I said, my fan obviously gets more violent as we go. that's the nicest one of them all. But
let's go. No, you stop it. You cut it out. You
Justin,
IMDb.
that's a very, very legitimate point. I would almost say yes. Probably not the Evil Deads, but I think by Army of Darkness, that may very well count because
it's a fantasy movie.
Of the time travel part of it.
I'd allow that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Time Bandits. Does Time Bandits count? I mean, it's got some medieval parts to it.
Yeah, it's on. Like whenever I look up high fantasy, that's one of the movies that always comes up on the list.
Yeah,
it's Time.
Honestly, one I should have put in was Monty Python: The Holy Grail, but I didn't.
He's like. Yeah. So for me, let's start off with my number 5 over here.
Legend. That's great. That's all my honorable mentions. Great.
I mean,
I'm glad somebody got a Tim Curry's role in here. That's good.
Tim Curry as the Darkness. Holy! You're talking another 1/12 figure that I wanted. I've seen Mythic Legions come close to having this fucking figure.
Yeah.
That the makeup, everything for fucking Tim Curry's character, man, is so fucking good. When he's going at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, you haven't seen Legend from 1980, I can't even see.
Yeah, it's
85. Yeah, 1985. When he's going through the doors, the sunlight's hitting him, and he's got his claws scraping. He's got a broken unicorn horn, and he's going in there, and he's like, what is a light without darkness? I mean, oh man,
dude, he scared the shit out of me when I saw it as a kid. My father had to warn me. He was like, all right, it's a scary part coming because it's a monster coming. My father loved monster movies and swords and sorcery and like all kinds of fantasy. So like any of these movies always were on my TVs. They were always on TV at my house when I was a kid. So you would walk in, he'd be like, "Cover your eyes, here comes a monster." And I'd be like, "Ah, shit." And I'd have to run in the other room and start showing. I just cover my eyes. But so when I saw him for the first time as the devil or whatever he was, I nearly shit my pants. I was terrified.
I had no idea it was Tim Curry.
Yeah, no, you can't tell at all.
I mean, that's how well they did the.
I'd say way ahead of its time in terms of the special effects, makeup, and everything.
It's a shitload of prosthetic. I mean, the practical effects on his suit alone is intense.
Yeah.
You see when he charges and those horns are flexing. Now you could say, "Oh, that's shit," but the way it maneuvered, it was like more organic. It made sense.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Again, ahead of its time. Something that like was made in 1985, and you can't really tell. You would think it was made much later.
Well,
Yeah.
Because I think
hey, Fox, you have to watch the movie to find out why is there. Yeah.
Legend,
Yeah.
like, you know, it's just funny. She was just telling me it's great that we're doing this, because she was telling me that she wants to get into like a fantasy genre, like a movie or like a show or something like that. So I think that, like, there's gonna be a lot of choices here that you could pick, and legitimately, like, these are great fucking films. Like,
The goblins in it, the fairies that are in it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, super young fucking Tom Cruise. Like, I don't know what role he had before Legend. Hell, was this his first role? Was it Legend?
It was up there. Yeah, it was pretty early. Very early in his career.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. Again, I'm not a big Tom Cruise, the person fan, but fuck, a lot of his movies end on my fucking lists, man. They're really good. Fucking separating the art from the artist, right?
Outsiders have been before this, maybe.
Oh, Outsiders.
He's pretty young in Outsiders.
Yeah, I think that's
Outsiders might have been like 84.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That might have been, yeah.
Me Jerk to be, cracking on that. Hey, Jerk. Get the Jerk computer out. Let us know on that, because I know he knows this shit. No, Scott, Risky Business. Come on. He's talking about Tom Cruise movies. This isn't a fantasy movie. Well, yeah.
He might be saying
Rebecca De Mornay. I did fantasize about Rebecca De Mornay. I'll tell you that right now.
Risky Business wasn't his first movie. No. He had already.
No, I think Risky Business came after Legend, even.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Maybe like the following year, but
according to Curbstone, he said Legend came after Risky Business.
Oh, interesting. Really? I wonder if it was in production before then, because I mean, he visibly looks younger, unless it was, getting more makeup, because they were, wizards with that shit. Yeah, Scott Hughes is saying, Risky Business was before Legend. I'm interested in the
Taps was before.
Oh, Taps! You want to talk about a really good movie? Taps is a good fucking
You're sitting here saying you don't like Tom Cruise, but you like all his fucking movies.
That's what I'm saying. His movies are fucking.
Freaking love Tom Cruise.
That Tom Cruise is a real piece of shit, but he makes a good flick. I'll tell you right now.
Makes a pretty good movie. I'll tell you that right fucking now. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't piss on him to put him out if he was on fire. But his movies, I'll watch.
I'm not that. I'm not that. Okay, look, he's just a crazy Scientologist. Okay, not to get too deep in the weeds, but that said, I don't hate the guy. I just think he's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And he doesn't hide it either. I mean, props to him. He keeps that shit in the open.
Guy's fucking weird, but he makes a good movie.
Makes a real good movie.
I'll tell you that. Good movie. I'll tell you right now over there.
Mikey, what you got for number 4?
Well, number 4 was Princess Bride for me. So
okay.
All
right.
Do you want me to go to number 3, or do you want to go to Tony's number?
Let's
4?
go to Tony's number 4. Yeah, we'll do it that way.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I.
Okay. So number 4 for me. And I know it's now. I know you kind of said stay away from the franchises, which
you can. You just got to pick a movie from that franchise.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I did. And as crazy as this sounds, a lot of people might not like this.
Oh no!
Ever since I was a kid, I love this story, and it's the Chronicles of Narnia: The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Ooh, you know what?
Okay. That's respectable.
I as a kid, I absolutely loved that story. I have a crazy imagination, so I always envision walking into another world like that, the way they did through the wardrobe. And then when they finally made it a film, I had high hopes for it, and I felt like they did a great fucking job with it. I absolutely, like I said, as a kid, I watched the cartoon movie that they had. I read the book cover to cover multiple times. It was one of the very few books I've actually finished. I'm not a big reader, and I don't read.
You read?
But
the way you said that, it sounded like Beavis. Man, I don't really read.
I don't really read. But I definitely this was one book that I read constantly because, like I said, I loved the idea of going into another world and saving that world and becoming like a valiant knight and defending the realm with a cool lion that you could talk to, which actually will tie into another one of my films that are on a countdown, because I just love the fact when the heroes have animal companions. I don't know why, but with swords and sorcery, for me, it always to me goes hand in hand. I love even if it's just a horse, if they have where they just whistle and the horse always comes to save them and shit like that. Any I love those kinds of story arcs or additions to the films and stuff like that, even or the stories when you're reading the books. It's a great film. It's very old too. It's like 2002, right, or some shit like that.
That
Yeah.
one
It might even be. Hey, let me say, 2005.
Tell you here. Yep, 2005.
2005.
Tony, did you ever watch Bedknobs and Broomsticks? Did you ever go that far back?
Ooh, that is a
No,
good
no.
one there. Let's
Because that's
not
like
do
that's
that.
like
You
what is that,
stop.
80s? Bedknobs and Broomsticks, like 80s.
Nah, yeah.
Oh, maybe
That
that's
movie came out. It's old.
I gotta give that. I gotta check that out. Yeah.
that old Disney flick, right?
Yeah,
Bed
yeah, like
Knobs.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang style.
Yeah. 1971.
71.
Zoinks.
Yeah, not nearly as cool as Narnia, but it is of that storyline.
No, yeah,
check it out,
100% there. Well, I remember Tony watching Chronicles of Narnia, but it was like a PBS show. I want to say it was
I
like
think I
maybe a
watched that
limited
too.
series.
Yeah, I think I watched that too. Like I said, I watched everything that had to do with it. So when this movie came out in 2005, I actually went to the theaters to see it because I was such a big fan of this, of the genre, like the whole franchise. Even like when the other ones, Chris Caspian, I went to see them, but I was very disappointed with them. I didn't really like them. But I was a big fan of this first one, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Mime with hots. Okay. I mean, okay. We might have like an after dark members only segment eventually where we do our top 5.
Yeah, but I
skin
definitely
flicks.
do remember the PBS thing about it, the little series they did. Like I said, I remember my mother bought me like a cartoon film about it. I literally wore the tape out in the VHS, in the VCR. It was, like I said, it's one of my favorite stories, and I loved it. I love the way they did it. They did a great job with the film.
And kind of like what we talked about with Princess Bride. You're going to talk about this show getting memed, like even back in the day. The young ones, when they did their goddamn version of this in that fucking hit show, I fucking loved it. I say hit show. If you've watched the young ones, you know, okay?
Yeah.
They did their own version of that, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and my fucking God, it was amazing. Like there was a can of Coke that turned anyone who drank it into like an axe murderer, and their landlord ended up getting it. Hijinks ensued.
That's great.
Shit was so good. All right. This, oddly enough, we're going to go to my number 4 here. Let's get to there. I really like IMDb, except for pretty much everything with all of the spamware in it is horrifically fucking bad. I got to find out how to like conquer that shit. So this right here. Oops, there, that one.
Right on. Another honorable mention for me.
Oh, this is okay. Honorable mention for you, yeah. Mikey. Was this on your list at all?
No.
Okay, so yeah, 300, man. You know, this is not a documentary. We're good. This is fucking fantasy. This is Frank Miller.
Yeah.
You're gonna talk about something else that I don't want to say got memed, but this style, right? You know, Zack Snyder is like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. You're gonna see fast, slow motion, fast, right? TV shows, all the fantasy TV shows that came in after 300 started mimicking that shit. God, I can't remember.
Zack Snyder's entire career, I feel was inspired by this movie.
Was Watchmen before 300? Was Watchmen?
No, Watchmen was after.
It was after that. Because I mean, oddly enough, I mean, I love both fucking movies, but there was a point where it was like, okay, you need to do something else.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, like in theaters, it didn't really do well. It was like after like the first like set of reviews were bad for it. And then like the audience reviews were so good that it became like a popular film and everybody started going to the theater to see it. That's how I remember.
Well, it's kind of a weird genre bending movie. Like it's not historical, but it's kind of pitched as historical.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it was like interesting, like the way it was filmed. It was very weird. Like you said, I'll agree with this because I did one of these where it's like, oh, this is cool, like that fast to slow shit. The one time you see it in this, then you start to see it in like this, and then you're like, all right,
everything.
You don't gotta slow down every fucking punch. Like Jesus Christ,
right?
You fight, like yeah.
Well, let's go to this. Like here's this Continental, and there's a commercial. Like, you want this toilet paper? It's like you don't have to do everything. Okay, just chill out with it. Okay, god damn.
Dude, I screamed today at my wife because we were watching something and a commercial came on. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't get any ads. So when we ever watch our YouTube on her thing and an ad comes up, I go, "What the fuck are we doing?" Like I get so angry.
What fucking year is this?
Yeah. Fox. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Watch it in history class. They probably did teach this motherfucker in history. I mean, that would not shock me.
I mean, it wouldn't matter. Nobody paid attention in history class anyway. I was like one of two people
You
that gave a
did.
flying fuck.
I'm gonna say, I know you did. I did. I like me some history.
I like
Eva
history.
Green, by the way, in the sequel to this.
She was in the second one, correct? I never saw the second one.
Dude, it's worth watching.
Yeah, I never watched.
It's not
I
as
don't
good as
think
the
I did
first
either,
one. The second one, just for Eva Green's boobies.
Only because I was like this. Well, they killed all the 300. Why are we watching? What is this called? 600? I didn't understand like the purpose of it. So I was just like, what are we doing?
Well, it's like Highlander 3 again. There's more.
Yeah.
There's
Like, this makes no fucking sense.
There can only be one for this movie.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But this was a good movie, man. This was a
Yeah,
good
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
100%.
You know what? And you know what else you're neglecting to say here is a lot of the speeches from that film are used in sporting events, in locker rooms to amp up players. Like this is Sparta shit. Like how many times people in arenas have like heard that shit and like gone nuts. Like it's like when a movie like that gets clipped like the way it does and gets played and things like that, it becomes like a priceless piece.
Yeah, I mean it transverses just being cinema and movie, and it becomes pop culture. It becomes part of everybody's culture. I mean,
yeah.
This like we say it jokingly as it becomes a meme, but that's what that means. Like, this is Sparta. The Xerxes parts. Like, there's a lot of that movie that I mean, South Park did a whole thing about it. You don't get to do an entire thing, a whole movie of South Park without it being a major part of pop culture.
That might be one of the best.
It is a thing
of South Park.
Oh, it's great.
That's a great episode.
It's great.
If anyone gets a chance, I would highly recommend on YouTube looking up This is Cake Town, where instead of Sparta, it's Welcome to Cake Town, where he says things like our bees will blot out the sun, and then we'll hug in the shade. It is this crazy spoof on that whole scene, man, and it is perfect. Well worth watching. It's just a little short segment. Cake Town.
And that's a great ending to that film too. I love the way that ends. That was a beautiful because I remember like a big thing on that poster was beautiful. Let's have a beautiful death or some shit like that. Because that was their thing. Like they would always talk about we're gonna have a beautiful death. And like in the end, when all those arrows rain on, it's a pretty. I guess it was a first of its kind. That film. It was an interesting film.
Yeah. No, 100%. 300 men and a baby.
That's the second film. That one I'll watch.
Yeah, I would watch that one.
Tom Selleck dressed up.
Tom Selleck, give me some Ted Danson.
Steve Guttenberg.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
you know
holy shit.
You know it.
Holy. All right, Mikey, number 3. We got to start tripping over each other more here. We're tripping on Mikey.
Ooh,
number 3.
Not even
Empire
Strikes
Back.
Gotcha.
Empire Strikes Back. So I had to pick one to represent the franchise, and what better one than when the villain wins?
Yeah,
that is the best. Now, when I was a kid, it was Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
But as I grew up and started appreciating the story and that kind of thing, it quickly became Empire.
Yeah.
Well, I was already 80 years old at that point, so I mean, it was still Empire for me, even after watching
Return
of the Jedi.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as Mikey. I was like a Return of the Jedi kid because I was young when I got introduced to Star Wars. I got introduced to Star Wars through Return of the Jedi because my father had it. He was watching it, and then I remember going like, "This is an awesome movie. Why is he I didn't understand. He was fighting his dad, and my father goes, there's 2 more of these fucking movies." And I go, "What?" And he goes into this giant VHS cabinet, and he pulls out the first 2, and we sat and watched them, and I was just like, yo,
what is this?
I couldn't believe like when he says that I am your father in this movie. I looked at my dad and was like, what the fuck?
Are you fucking
Dude.
serious, dude?
I mean, this one was just so stacked with story, man.
Yeah, that was
I
very
mean, and Boba Fett taking out, Han Solo flying off. Yeah, like Mikey said, the heroes don't win this one.
No,
it was
they don't.
such a great fucking setup. Luke, so Mark Hamill suffers. Was it a motorcycle crash that caused him to get his face fucked up before the movie, right?
Yeah.
And they worked that into the movie with the Wampa. Is that what it
when he got
was?
beat up by the Wampa, I think. Yeah.
Holy shit! It was so
Smart.
fucking good, man.
That's good writing.
Smart.
That's
smart
good.
The next time you see him, he's in the
writing.
Vanta tank, and then you're like, oh, he's healed. That's why he looks. It's brilliant. It's very smart. Very smart.
Yeah, I did, man. That was such a good take. This
Plus,
movie.
you get that wonderful line from Han Solo about how the tauntaun smelled bad on the outside.
Just that scene too, man, about how they made that
great.
happen and saving Luke with that dead tauntaun.
Yeah.
Everything was
great.
so fucking good in this.
And it also
man.
has one of the greatest, to me, greatest scenes of all time when Princess Leia goes, "I love you," and he just goes, "Yeah, I know."
I know.
I know.
Yeah,
I love you.
know.
I know.
And
And that's what Han would fucking say. Also,
just like prime Han Solo, man. That was great.
yeah. Han shot first.
Yeah,
J-Mac. Han did. That's
It's true,
what
but
made
that
him a
didn't
good
happen.
fucking character. Because I can tell you right now, a Rodian point blank shoots first.
Yeah.
You got a dead fucking Han Solo.
Yeah.
Just as a heads up. Don't you trigger me. Don't you do it. Too late. That's a solid pick. Yeah, they're laser swords. This is fantasy. So that's one of the things when we're talking about compiling this list, right? Where this isn't quite
It's
Mikey's
swords and
bag.
sorcery. They're just not metal swords.
They're space wizards with laser swords. That's how I always
100%.
Literally space wizards
100%.
with lizard swords. What?
And they have cowboys. They just hang out with cowboys. That's literally all it is. It'd be like if you had like knights hanging out with cowboys or like bandits, essentially like pirates. That's essentially when I watch Star Wars, the feel I get.
No, I mean 100%. Again, there's only so many stories, right? And it's just a retelling. You reskin these stories, tell them in a different way.
Yeah.
Add drama, add comedy, or whatever. But there are so many. There's a finite number of stories.
Yeah.
Oh, well, about time, Abby. You never have to apologize. No one ever has to apologize for being late. You guys are right on time. Shout out to our replay crew, by the way.
Better late than never, I always say.
Yeah, you guys make the show possible. So, yeah, no one ever be sorry for being late or catching replay.
Yeah.
But like, share, and subscribe.
Watching this 3 years after this came out. We appreciate you, too.
Thanks, future you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Inward Scissorhands, who becomes like my biggest proponent, and like we start a show together. He joins us somehow, some way, in some weird universe.
Yeah. But then he turns heel and copyright strikes all your shit.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. I should have known. Son of a. All right. Tony, what you got for your number 3?
Number 3? No, number 3 is it's the guy that you put me on the thumbnail, the Beastmaster.
Oh, Beastmaster.
There we go.
The Beastmaster. That's one of
I chose those figures very carefully.
Yeah, I absolutely one of my favorite Swords of Sorcery films. Cannot get that's another one that I can watch over and over and over. I'm trying to get my wife to watch it, but she's like very apprehensive to it. But such a good fucking movie, man. Jesus Christ. It is so awesome. The like I said, I'm a big like animal companion when it comes to Swords of Sorcery. And he had 2 cool ferrets. He had the falcon that he could see out the eyes, right? Or was it the kid? Somebody could see out of the falcon's eyes. I think it was him.
It was him. Yeah. I mean, that's the Beastmaster part of it. He could sit there and like
he could talk to the what was supposed to be a Black Panther, but just a tiger that they dyed black for the movie.
I don't know. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. It was a tiger that they basically just dyed black for the film. And just fucking amazing.
That's racist.
My God, a black-faced tiger. What are they going to do next? Was nothing sacred back then?
I would have just kept it as a tiger because it's fucking awesome. But the ferrets were really my favorite part of the film. The 2 ferrets that were like little boyfriend and girlfriend, and that when one met its demise, I actually cried like a baby. I was bawling like a giant baby because it Kodo and Podo. Yeah, thank you, jerk.
Well done, Podo.
Well done.
When one like goes to save and like he goes into the fire and you see the other ferret sitting on the steps just staring in, like waiting for him to come back out. I literally cried like a when I tell you, cried like a bitch. And my father was like, "It's a movie, calm down." I'm like, "Oh Jesus, the fucking ferret, Dad!" Like it was just like
This was only like 10 years ago.
and this was like about 3 years ago.
Yesterday.
This was during the pandemic.
Jesus Christ, what are you crying about? It's a goddamn movie.
Fucking movie's 40 years old. Get over it.
I don't know if it was Animal Safe Die. Since
Pretty sure that didn't exist back then.
I just saw,
They
the
just
tiger died.
drained a bunch of Sharpies.
That's why I can't get her to watch these movies, because she'll stick on that, and that'll be the end of it for me. Another thing too that I don't think a lot of people give credit to this film is how awesome his sword was. Like he has an awesome sword in this movie. Like a lot of people, like when everybody talks about like iconic movie swords, everybody always seems to glance over this movie, and I think they shouldn't, because this guy's sword was awesome, and he had the same type of throwing thing that a lot of these guys have. That at the end of the movie he gives to the kid, like he had that like flipping knife thing that he could throw. Listen, this, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure most of this chat has. It's a great fucking film, man, and it's not crazy violent. There's not a lot of blood and guts in it, but it still has amazing action.
Dude, the Death Stalkers. What did they call them?
Oh, the big bad guys, right? The bad dudes
with the black, or not, sorry, like silver metal, like hockey masks on them, right? That had the gauntlets, the cestus on them, come screaming out like berserkers.
Well, that's a great scene too. Like at the end when they save him, and because he has the thing around his neck, like he can contact them, and they come at the end to save him. They take out the army. Such a great fucking movie, man.
Hey Blake,
3 blades that fire.
Hey Blake. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Only one man has those. The Daywalker.
No, there is another man that has one.
The boomerang blade. Yes, thank you, JMK. Yes, it was such a cool, film. And like I said, it inspired me to make a custom figure of him that I'm gonna make, because I made most of the soft goods. I remember distinctly the satchel, because that's where the ferrets were in. Like that he had the satchel and the big sword, and then like I say, I can't wait to make that custom figure.
Oh, the bad guys too, right? Those berserker guys. Didn't they have this thing where they just like fed them that glowing green goo right into their mask or whatever?
They would turn into psychos. They would turn into like absolutely, like muscle bound meatheads.
I'll say this. I know I watched this movie. I don't remember a damn thing about Beastmaster 2.
Same here.
Beastmaster 2 Electric Boogaloo, right?
I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And the series. I mean, this was also a series. I can't tell you. I know I watched it.
The TV show, like I said, my father literally watched everything. And my father, like the TV show was not good. Like it was not a very good TV show. But it was at a point where Hercules, the Legendary Journeys was like hot in the streets. So everybody like that. Everybody like Xena, Warrior Princess.
Hercules, Xena.
Yeah, they were trying to follow that formula using different properties. So they tried to do one with Conan. They tried to do one with Beastmaster.
Briscoe County Jr., which
it just wasn't going to work, because like, listen, Hercules was like lightning in a bottle. Like I think it only had it struck at the right time.
Xena, because it was the same. They hit it was same production crew.
Yeah.
Well, they nailed it. They had crossovers too.
Xena was a spinoff from Hercules.
Yep,
like that's where she started, and then like it was like a popular thing, so they just turned it into a TV show. But but that's how it started. Hercules Legendary Journeys, like I said, was lightning in a bottle. I don't think anybody expected those weird, like old school, like period TV shows to hit the way it did back in the early 90s. Because Hercules Legendary Journeys was like a 1993 thing. It went from 93 to about 97, 98. Because by 97, 98, which I always referred to as the Attitude Era, people wanted to watch real shit. They didn't want to watch that fantasy shit no more. It kind of like, it was over with. Nobody gave a shit anymore. And it like limped on. And then all of a sudden,
that Dr. Quinn medicine woman.
Yeah, they wanted real.
Man, there's one.
Walker Texas Ranger. They wanted the real shit.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to see Chuck Norris.
Shit.
They wanted to see Chuck Norris kick people into empty boxes. That's what they wanted to see.
Honestly, that's all any of us ever wanted.
I think that was Raimi that did Hercules Xena, or at least one of them.
Yeah, no, he did. I think he did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Mortal Kombat show. We were just
talking
about that the other night.
They tried to do a spin-off of that shit, of Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, where what's his name? Ryan Gosling played Hercules. Like that in 1990, like 5 or 6, they tried to make a spin-off of that TV show called Young Hercules. and it was starring a wet behind the fucking ears Ryan Gosling as Hercules. It was like his first acting gig, one of the first ones he had. Yeah, it was a terrible TV show. Yeah, yeah.
I got my number 3 queued up here. So, and I did have one of the Mega Powers yell at me that this needs to be on the list. Now, I'll tell you right now, Beastmaster, I'm pretty sure that was Gaines that was yelling out Beastmaster, better be on the fucking list. So Tony came through.
Oh, yeah. No,
pretty sure this one is jerk here. Excalibur.
Hell yeah.
This fucking movie formed so many things in my young head, man. I mean, oh my God. Knights. There's the battling was awesome. There's sex in it. Like, whoa, there's a very young Helen Mirren. Like, you see Helen Mirren now, you can't process a very young, hot Morgan Le Fay, Helen Mirren. Holy, now on the track, Uthus Bithud, doth the Eldienve. I still remember that chant that Merlin taught her years later. There was a TV show that popped off with that. And I'm like, oh, they're saying the thing. They're saying the thing. The armor in this, holy shit. Lancelot, Guinevere, spoiler alert from a book made way back when, a myth told throughout time, when he catches them sleeping together and drives Excalibur into the fucking ground and fucking walks off from it. Holy shit, man. Or when he breaks Excalibur upon Lancelot, using his power for ill and broke the sword. Holy shit. And an awesome song, O Fortuna, which that was my introduction to O Fortuna. That song, chat, check out O Fortuna. You probably have heard it. Hell, I think I was in it
was all over wrestling.
Gym.
Pro wrestling has used that song a lot.
They should. I mean, I'm assuming Seinfeld at one point has played.
Yeah, it's been played on all movies, TV shows. It's been played over and over again. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Now, Mikey, I'm assuming you have not seen this.
No.
I would highly recommend you check out. I think this movie still.
It's one of those things where if it's like you want to if you're going to get somebody into swords and sorcery, I believe that this is one of the films that you would put on the list. Like, if
you think this would do it?
This genre, yeah. If you're going to get into a genre, this or a couple other ones, but obviously this is on that list for sure.
If you like anything, you thought King Arthur, Arthurian history is neat. Arthurian legend.
I'm a big King Arthur fan. Like, I always love that kind of stuff. There's another book, like a lot of comic book stuff that my father would give me because he loved this movie.
Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart is in this too.
Yeah. Good old Captain Picard. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Merlin in this is so fucking good, man. I really like their portrayal of Merlin in this. It was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, anytime I think about knights in armor and something dramatic and epic, I think about Excalibur.
Yeah.
That was my number 3.
How's it going?
Nice.
Mikey, Mike, what you got for your number 2?
Reign of fucking Fire.
Reign of fucking Fire. That definitely counts, man.
Hell yeah, it counts. Tanks and freaking dragons. Does it get any cooler than that, man?
And an axe, that huge axe, McConaughey going through the fucking air.
Slaps, bro.
That reminds me of like sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their freaking.
That's the vibe. There's tanks and there's freaking dragons. Her sister was a witch, dude. Yeah.
But I mean, this dystopian future, right, where they dug so deep in the earth.
Yeah.
They woke up the dragons.
And the dragons took back over the world.
I have a funny story about this movie.
Oh, well, here, spin a tale.
My father bought the DVD because he saw this cover and thought it was like a swords and sorcery film.
Ooh, it's definitely not that.
When it put on, I went I wasn't aware. I come walking. I go, "You watch this movie?" I picked it up because it was on the counter. I said, "What'd you think?" He goes, I'm expecting fucking, knights fighting the things. What the fuck is the tanks and all this?
Yeah, it's
By the
not
way,
bad.
I'm hard pressed to argue that this was transformative for Matthew McConaughey. Like physically transformed too. Like, my God, I don't know what,
It's still one of his most diverse roles that he ever took on.
Now,
Like,
shaved
this
head,
badass
right?
character, like, this is the dude you don't fuck with. And
Was
that's
this
not
right?
that's not the vibes that Matthew McConaughey ever gives you.
Was
Right?
this rated? How was this received when it first came out?
I don't know how well
I
it
don't
did at
think
the
it was
box
all that
office.
popular,
I don't
honestly.
I don't think so.
remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
I can tell you, when I saw it in theaters, I walked out going, "Holy shit!" Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they promoted it very well.
No, because
I don't think it had much traction at all.
I don't remember like seeing like much press for this. Because usually, like when it comes to films, especially films like this, WWE will play trailers for these things until you get sick. And I never saw this. That's why I was like, when I saw the DVD with my father, I was like, what's this? It says, like, I was looking at that front cover, you would think the same thing he thought. That it's like,
it gives you no modern vibes. Like,
no, you don't get that at
both
all.
look
So
like they're wearing robes. Now, once you see the movie, you realize what it's his like P code or whatever. But
Yeah.
looking at this, there's nothing that tells you anything different.
This cover probably fooled so many people.
Oh, I guarantee you it did. And like Scott said, when I saw Carrick the first time from Action Force, I immediately thought an older Matthew McConaughey, that his character in Rain of Fire, like 100%. I get that Death Dealer from Savage Crucible. I might have to get an extra one so I can make a younger version and make my 1/12th version of this guy with that fucking axe. Because goddamn, yeah, man, this was such a good fucking movie.
I only saw this once. I think I have to go back and watch it again.
Dragonheart over this, J-Mac, you are high.
My buddy Kevin would love J-Mac right now. He loves Dragonheart. He loved that movie. I make fun of him all the time about it too.
Curb Stomp is saying
its rating now isn't very good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Scott Hughes is saying the same thing.
Meter.
Yeah, Scott Hughes and Kirby are saying the same thing. Bombed.
Yes, it had to have bombed because I don't remember any press or anything for this film.
I would say I think the marketing, Kevzilla, I think, they did not do this movie justice, or maybe they did it on purpose thinking we can't sell this movie, so let's spin it.
Okay.
But I will say,
to be fair, it honestly, as far as like a good story that's like airtight and that kind of stuff, this movie is probably not that, but a really fun, entertaining watch, most certainly is.
Okay, well, if I get to refresh my memory, because like I said, I only saw it once. Where did it take place?
Like what city?
Yeah,
McConaughey was the outsider. It was Christian Bale's native land.
Okay,
but I can't remember the location of
was it supposed to be something?
London.
Did they reshoot this? Because this came out in 2002, so
Yeah.
maybe because I remember in 2000, like right after obviously 9/11, a lot of war movies they had to like skew that shit because they didn't. It was like because of what had happened. So this could have been a victim of that. I don't know because this came out in 2002. It says.
Could have been.
I don't know.
We're just saying.
Don't know.
Yeah, we're not actually. No, I don't. This is hearsay and conjecture, speculation, if you will.
But yeah, that's a solid pick, Mikey. 100%. Rain of Fire is really fucking good. That's definitely.
It seems like not a lot of people even know about it.
I'm telling you right now,
under the radar.
Yeah, if I was baked as shit and I saw that cover, I would assume I'd be like, "Yo, man, this is dragons and swords. I can't wait." It's popping,
right?
And it's modern. You're like, "Whoa, I did not expect this."
What's up, Jacob? Yeah. So London, England. Yep. And filmed in the UK too. On top of that, they didn't do it like in like Montreal or some shit in Canada. Made it look like it was the UK.
Yeah.
So good. Well, shit. So we're at Tony. I think you're number 2, aren't we?
Number 2, yes.
I was looking up the synopsis of it, and even the synopsis sounds wacky as shit.
Yeah, I was going back and forth between these two films. They're always gonna like it was obviously number 1 is number 1, but I did this one just inched out the other one, and the other one will be on my honorable mentions, obviously. And the second one is Clash of the Titans, the original one.
Oh, I got you.
The one from the 80s. That one, like, That's another one. My father absolutely fucking loved that movie, and we watched that movie so many damn times.
That was my, I think 7 is where I crept that one up to.
Yeah, I love that movie, and I like the new ones too. So the new ones that they made, they were pretty good too. So you guys, listen, you could swap out the original for the new one, however, but I would prefer the old one. I would prefer the original. If you, yeah, I absolutely love this movie. It's great.
Even with the animation over time, right?
Yeah.
It's that, oh God, man, Sinbad and the 7 Voyages of Sinbad or whatever. The Voyages of Sinbad.
Jason and the
Argonauts, 100%. It's that stop motion deal, right? This is right before shit starts popping off, you know, practical effects, CGI. This for me, it's an aside. I still appreciate those bad special effects in this movie because the movie is so fucking good.
Yeah, it's a great film, man. I love that. And like I say, I even like all of them. Like it was Clash and then the other, like they were all good. And Sinbad is on my honorable mentions because that's another one. My father watched the shit out of those, like Errol Flynn movies, all those things. He used to watch those things. Like I said, if I could tell you,
Harryhausen.
Like we just watch these things all the time, and just like this is how me and my father kind of like we just bonded. Like how he was able to talk to me, how he was able to get like information out of me because he would pop one of these on and then he would I would look and I'd see it's Clash of Titans or like Jason the Argonauts was another one he used to love, and we would just sit there and we were watching and he would tell me about how when he was like my age and how he went to the theater to see these movies and all like so I got to learn about him and it was only when he would put on the Full Metal Jackets and the Apocalypse Now that I would get like the dark side of his life that I did not, you know, it's one of those things where you don't ask a question, but he says something to you and you like look at him, you're like, what? And it really wasn't like saying it to you. He was just saying like, that's when, but like
you saw a peek behind the curtain.
He was processing out loud.
Yeah. These were like the curtains. So these films were the curtains because he stayed very positive and happy during these. But like I said, these will always hold the Beastmaster, my number one, Jason the Argonauts, the Sinbad films, any of those pirate I don't know all those fucking names, but like anything with John Wayne, they will always hold a special place in my heart for what they did, connected me and my pops, man.
Dude, when he sat there and Zeus is like, I'm gonna take care of my boy. One of my bastards, because you know, did he bang his mom as a swan? Whatever.
Yeah.
But then the shield, right? The sword, and then oh damn it, what was the owl's name? The mechanical owl.
Yeah, I always forget about that thing.
Because he was like, he tried to get it from the goddess. Was it Hera that he was trying to get the owl from? And she was like, nope, but I'll have an owl made for you. Cuckoo, Puku, I don't know, some weird thing for that owl. Voodoo. I love that. Bubo. Thank you, Blake.
Well done, Blake.
Thank you. But don't think this means I'm going to take it easy on you. DFW 2025.
Full force.
Your ass is mine. Yeah, Bubo. That was so fucking cool. The practical effects when they mixed it in with a stop motion.
Yeah.
I thought that having like a steampunk, you know, clockwork fucking owl was fucking cool. It was metal.
It was awesome, man. Literally. Even like I said, even like everything, like all the way down to like when Medusa comes out, and like you said, it's weird stop motion animation shit. But as a kid, especially when I'm that young, it looks so realistic to me. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh man, dude!
It was
Caliban, Medusa.
Yeah, it was such a great. Those are great movies, man. Like I said, if I ever, God forbid, I ever have children, I would do the same thing. I would make them watch all these with me because, like, like I said, they'll always hold a special place in my heart. And they bonded me with my father, so I would obviously, I would hope that my kids would enjoy these kinds of films, man, because they were amazing.
Well, and then Harry Hamlin at that point, as a an action hero, a fantasy hero.
Yeah.
I see him in he never did a role like this that I remember ever again.
Yeah.
You'd see him in a suit, 3-piece time. Like, that's Perseus. What are you doing, Perseus?
Where's your fucking horse, man? Where's your Pegasus?
Where's your Pegasus, dude? What are you playing at here, pal?
Yeah. Who are you trying to fool, dude? I know who you are under that mask.
Oh man, the giant scorpions.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome, man. That freaked me out. A lot of shit in that movie.
Oh yeah, him using a shield for a mirror. That's just classic D&D. I mean, that's where I play D&D. And you're like, hey, you're gonna fight Basilisk, you're fighting Medusa. Well, I'm gonna find a mirrored object.
Yeah. Thanks,
Would
Percy.
your character know to do that, or is that you? I don't know. Sorry, that's where you talk about metagaming, people.
Yeah.
So we're up to what? My number 2 here?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Let's get it. This might surprise some people here, actually. But this is number 2. And it's interchangeable. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
It's Conan the Barbarian, the very first one, man. This fucking film. Either one of you two have Conan on your list?
This is my number 1, but I can easily swap it out for another number 1. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay.
But I will wax poetically about this. Is the fucking film for me and my father. There's no other film for me. Like, he loved Conan. He has every single old comic of the Conan.
Oh yeah, man.
No, he, like, when these movies came out, he went berserk. Man, he loved these fucking films.
Yeah, this one, you want to talk about formative for a young man, is this, Rocky is what got me into working out. As a kid, 6 years old, I'm watching Rocky going, I need to work out.
Yeah.
This movie was like, holy shit, I need to work out. Like a lot.
Yeah.
Everything about it, the hero journey in this, it just hits all the fucking notes, man. It's got fucking pit fighting in the son of a bitch. It's got sorcery in it. Valeria, so fucking cool. When he's sitting there off the tree of woe, where my man's just crucified to it. Oh, so powerful, man.
I just remember seeing like the Wheel of Pain when
Wheel of Pain, dude.
Turning it as a kid, and that music that plays when they show him as an adult, like, it gives me goosebumps till this day.
Because there's no one else there. It's just him.
He had been pushing it for decades until he became a full-grown adult, and that was all he did, was just push this wheel. And then, like, the guy buys him and makes him like a pit fighter. And then, like I said, it was violent, but it was fucking, like, it was so beautiful. Like, it was so beautifully done. Like, you got to see how this man was, like, brought up, watched his parents die, literally lived as a slave just by pushing this wheel. Then was another slave that he was forced to fight, and literally learned how to become a like literally bloodthirsty killer. It's such a great, and then, like I said, as it goes on, obviously it gets better. But oh my god, such a great.
Oh yeah, when he sells from the pits, and then he becomes more than just a berserker. Now he's learning another class skill. We'll keep you in D&D. Like, he starts going into multi-class.
Well, he becomes like a master swordsman.
Master swordsman.
Yeah, like he can master any weapon. That was the whole point of that montage. Was like, he learned how to kill with every single weapon you can possibly conceive, because now he's a master at every weapon. So
basically, what he survived on was talent, right? Yeah, brute fucking raw strength and talent. And then now, here's the skill. Now we're gonna put this layer on there. Now you're more deadly. You were deadly before. Now, holy shit!
I also till very recently, I always thought that the way to knock rust off metal was you just knock it against a rock, the way he did with the Atlantean sword when he finds it in the cave,
which is fucking badass.
Yeah, this rusty sword, and he just hits it against a rock, and all the rust just breaks off of it. It's this beautiful fucking blade. And I was just like, wow, that's it, Dad. You just knock it against a rock? I didn't know this all this time.
Well, I mean, when he knocks against a rock, he knocks it against a rock. But you want to talk about, he's running from the fucking wolves, right?
Yeah. He really hurt himself in that scene.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he falls in for the first time, he really fucked himself up. He cut himself bad, like falling into there.
Oh,
that cave,
yeah. Well, like, the Hitchcock thing that I like with that scene, right? Well, that moment, right? That little tail within a tail finds the Atlantean sword, right?
Yeah.
The king on the crumbles and falls after he takes it, but he goes up. You hear the howling of the wolves. The next scene is him wearing wolf pelts. They didn't have to show him murder all those wolves. No. That's great storytelling.
Well, basically they showed you when he comes up out of the cave, and he just, with the one hand with the sword, he cuts the thing off his leg, basically signifying that he broke his chains. And then he just holds the sword and stares at the camera. It's basically like, oh, he's about to kill somebody. And then, like, the very next scene, he's just covered in wolf pelts, because he's like, all right, I'm not afraid no more. I finally found my weapon. Yep. Now I can defend myself in this world. It's so, like I said, it was so beautifully done. Like, and I always, my father painted a great picture when that thing happened with the king when the head falls off.
Yep.
I said to my father, I was like, wow, because it scared the shit out of me. And he goes, what? The king is giving him his blessing to take his sword. I said, what? He goes, the king just basically was nodding his head. That's why his head fell off. He was giving Conan the blessing to take his blade. It is yours now. You're the destined king. You're going to be.
I'll say sure, because like Conan literally was like, whatever.
Because he takes it, he looks.
Conan, like even like whatever.
Like the way my father explained, I looked and I was like, that's pretty cool, man. And then when he comes out of the cave and he cuts the fucking, he's like, watch my he's gonna break the chain, and he cut the fucking chain off his leg. I was just like, yo, like I was all in. Like it didn't take much for me. He like
James Earl Jones, Tony. Holy shit!
Somebody
man.
said at the beginning, somebody said in chat like the song, the opening song where they're making the first sword.
Yep,
that song
his
is
father's
amazing.
sword.
It gives me chills. There's another one. When I hear some of these songs from these films, they still give me chills because I can literally remember each scene for scene, shot for shot, as the song is playing out on the radio. It's like I said, some of these movies, man, they burn in your mind. Whatever it's just fantasy, war movies, whatever it is, they burn an image in your head and they never go away. And no matter what you hear, somebody brings up the name Conan the Barbarian, you'll always there's always like certain scenes in everybody's head that plays in their head from these films. For me, it's when he finally gets both weapons at the end when he's fighting the warrior. Yeah. And he takes back his sword by breaking. He breaks his sword, his father's sword, and then he takes it from him and he raises it up. Like those moments, or the prayer when he's like, I've never prayed to you before. I have no tongue for it. That gives me goosebumps every time you hear it. It's another speech. I always play, and it gets you amped up to run through a brick wall.
The riddle of steel.
Yeah.
What is best in life? They said it earlier in chat. Everything about this fucking movie, man. It's like this a perfect fucking movie.
It's the dude. It's Swords and Sorcery. That movie, I mean, they casted it perfect. Like you couldn't have asked for a better film. The second one, it's a little.
It's
silly.
fun. I enjoy the second one.
Yeah, the second one was meant because they wanted to sell like the property as like for toys and comic books and cartoons. So I understand the second one, but like that first one will never get old. It holds up till this day. 40 fucking years later, it's still good.
Oh yeah, Franco Columbo. Like Arnold always works all of his friends into his movies, which I enjoy. I like that.
The one with the brother. What was his name? Rodar, some shit like that. The one with the big hammer. Yeah. That was his bodyguard that he put in every film.
Every film.
That guy was in every film. Yeah.
But yeah, James Earl Jones in this whole role. It's just I cannot tell you how well he played the fucking villain in that. Like when he takes his mother's head off, basically he's hypnotizing her, like like a snake. She got lost in it. But it's like so beautifully shot.
The shit that he says. Like a lot of people always give, James Earl Jones credit for Darth Vader. They always
Sven-Ole Thorson.
They always forget Thulsa Doom. They always forget that he played Thulsa Doom in Conan the Barbarian. They always talk. I know Darth Vader is Darth Vader. I get it, but like James Earl Jones was bone chilling in Conan the Barbarian.
Yes, 100%.
Like he was scary. He didn't do much. Like that shit when he does this. And he becomes the snake. Like it's like this
great transformation scene.
Yeah, it's like actually scary. Like even at the end when he tries to hypnotize Conan.
Yep.
He's basically like, in a way, I am your father because look what you are today. You wouldn't have been that way had it not been for me, my son. So come to me. And and then Conan was like, no, motherfucker, you tricked that shit worked on my mother. It ain't gonna work on me.
Yeah.
And he so it's just such a great film, man. It was my number one. But like I said, I already have like a swap out for that. I'm not worried.
I'm interested in your swap out.
Yeah.
This is Mikey. We're back to you, right? This is your number one.
Correct.
Let's do it. What you got, buddy?
13.
Yes.
It's on my high honorable mentions for sure. Yeah.
Love this movie. Love this movie from the day I saw it. Always love this movie. Fucking great. There's not a lot of sorcery per se, but it is a entertaining retelling of potentially historical events. So that's fantasy in my book.
I always felt like this movie didn't get a fair shake neither because of the era of the time that it came out.
Yeah, it wasn't popular. If this movie would have come out like 10 years ago when all the Viking shit was all hot and there was a series, it would have been massive.
Yeah, 100%.
But
Yeah.
That's
there's
my
not
boy.
a lot of people in it, you know. Hey,
That's my
yeah.
boy.
Yeah, this movie is so cool. There's people that haven't seen it. Definitely watch it. It basically, and Antonio Banderas plays a an Arab. What is his role? Is he a diplomat kind of character? And he gets put on this with these Vikings. You know, they're going around and they're trying to teach people about the uh, Muslim culture, I guess.
Arabian, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going around. And he gets caught up with these Vikings, and he gets put on their ship, and he has no idea what they're saying. And then
Which was
that
so good.
part where he's sitting they're sitting at the campfire, and he starts learning the language.
Reading their lips.
It's so cool. It's so cool. And then he starts talking to him. They befriend him, and it's such a culture clash. But when they give him the sword and he fights like shit with it, and he's like, "Hold on," and he goes over to the grinding wheel and turns it into a fucking scimitar.
Yeah, it makes a
curve on
scimitar.
it. He's
Yep.
fucking swinging it around and shit. Oh man, this movie.
Oh,
so
dude,
cool.
yeah. He starts twirling it.
Yeah, he's like cutting because they're trying to like reinforce the village, so they're trying to put like spikes in the ground to prevent the fire worm from getting storming them. And it's such a cool movie.
And it's
so
almost
good.
like a Seven Samurai kind of take on this whole story thing a little bit. But like, the whole fireworm, when you find out what it is, I mean, that's where I'm gonna say it's sorcery, because that's what they believed it was. They believed it was magic, right?
Yeah.
It's a great movie. Like I said, I remember it is another one that I don't remember it doing well in theaters because of when it came out. It was just in a time where this kind of genre just wasn't popular. It didn't matter how good the film was. No one was going to care. They just didn't give a fuck. Yeah.
And it really doesn't matter when you watch it, because it's not a movie with a bunch of special effects. In fact, I don't know if there are any special effects in this movie. Like, everything's very practical.
It's all, I mean, if they shot it, we wouldn't know, because it's done as like a practical effect.
Up because there's nothing to date it.
Yeah.
Other than film quality, resolution. That's it. It's a great movie.
It's a great film, yeah, definitely. Is it us one? We've recommended this multiple times to One Toy Gaines, who still has
one Toy Gaines. Shout out to Gaines. This movie is so fucking good, man.
God damn it, Gaines.
And he tried watching it, and his wife like got bored and fell asleep, and they stopped watching it.
Yeah.
As the legend, continues.
Yeah.
Damn right.
That's a good one, Mikey. That 100 fucking % there.
Yeah. Now, if you really want to know my number one, all right.
Well, I think that's where we're at, right, Mikey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think you're at your number one.
I have two choices. I have to see if the one that I really want to be number one is allowed. If not, I have a serious counterpart to it. Okay.
Oh wow.
You got an argument for it, or
if not need be. But my number one is Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Robin Hood
Men totally fit.
Are we allowing Robin Hood Men in Tights?
If you're not allowing Men in Tights, Robin Hood Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner was a great film too. So
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
I say it's fantasy is the primary. It's a comedy.
I
think
all right, we'll do Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I have never in my life laughed harder, but until Step Brothers, obviously, at a movie than Robin Hood Men in Tights. That movie, from beginning to end, I fucking could not stop laughing. It was such
Mel Brooks, ladies and gentlemen. Mel fucking Brooks.
And then fucking Dave Chappelle's actor debut. Dave Chappelle was fucking hilarious as Achu.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they just hit up like that's man.
Did you say Abe Lincoln?
Oh no! And another Carrie Ooze movie.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Another one, he's like, apart from all Robin Hoods, I actually speak with a British accent. They all fucking, it's like fantastic. Yeah, I love what's his face. Richard Lewis. Was it Richard Lewis as fucking the king? As King Richard? As he's like your mole.
Richard Lewis was really good in this movie.
Wasn't your mole on the
He's
right side of your
great.
face? He's like, I have a mole. You were talking about Patrick Stewart. He was in it too as King Richard. He's like, from now
Yes, he
on,
was
all
King
bathrooms-
Richard at the end.
Yeah, all
Yes.
bathrooms will be called John's. And he's like, no. Oh, and fucking Mel Brooks is like when they meet Mel Brooks and he's a fucking moil. And he's like, hey, I snipped the tip. And he just drops
Yeah.
guillotine across the carrot.
So good.
And they're like, oh, God.
Oh man.
Uh,
Yeah,
Well, you can tell our best
witch,
action
the witch
movie's
and the
gonna have,
sheriff. Oh God, so good.
Yeah, and then like at the end when they're all fighting and the blind guy has a sword and he's fighting just a pillar of wood. And
Yeah.
at the end he's just
Whittles it.
down to like a bat. Dude, I guess I never laughed up until that point, up until like Step Brothers and all the other ones that started coming out.
Oh yeah.
That was one that, and this was that 1994. I think this movie came out.
Yeah, I loved this movie when I was a kid. Absolutely loved it.
1993.
In 93. So like,
Yep.
dude, I was man, I heard my father laughing and I sat down with him. He goes, you have to watch this. It's funny. And I was like, Jesus Christ, it was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Till this day, I'll still laugh. When they sing that we're men in tights, tights, and they just like all this singing, go this
Hell
music.
yeah.
It was all good, man.
Oh yeah, you
Like I
got
said,
the blind guy right there.
If I had to pick a serious one, it would be Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, starring Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman was
So-
amazing.
Yeah.
In that movie, by the way.
But oh my God, if anybody has not seen this movie, I mean, what are you
Oh
doing?
Lord.
Like,
Yeah,
what are you
get
doing?
after
Go
it.
watch it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And then
Don't-
watch Top Secret.
What even
and
is
then
life?
Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah.
Probably.
Those are all great films. Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh my God. Number one. Only Legend series. Okay.
I'm glad you did it.
I know you are.
As soon as you picked Conan, I was like, oh, maybe I can fit Robin Hood Men in Tights into this.
Hell yes.
Maybe I can do it. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. So yeah, we're up to my number one here.
Yeah. Ironically, it's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
You got me. I was trying to play it off. You son of a bitch. I had to scramble. I got to scramble over here. It's Highlander.
Of course it is.
Great film.
We're talking, and Tony will appreciate this, right?
It's a
What
terrible
is the
picture.
opening sequence in this?
Pro
Highlander?
wrestling.
You were 100% correct.
Yep, he's at the Garden. He's watching a house show.
And who's in it?
Is it Hogan or is it Jesse? the Body?
Freebirds.
Oh, it's the Fabulous Freebirds. Okay.
Fabulous fucking Freebirds. I can't remember if they were wrestling against oh God bless it.
Oh,
The Claw.
what was his name?
The family.
The Killer Kowalski. Oh, you're talking about so yeah. So this might have been at the Sportatorium. He might have been fighting what's his name? The Von Erichs.
The Von Erichs. I
Yeah, the Von
can't
Erichs.
swear it was the Von Erichs. I think I'm in my head. I want it to be the Von Erichs.
Could have been. It could have been.
But
Yeah, I don't know because I heard
holy.
Gorilla Monsoon calling it. So it might have been the WWE.
Tristan T is saying Von Erich. Well, we don't know if he's answering my question about who it is because
It
I
might be Von
don't remember this. They wrestle Hawaiian dudes. So
Oh, so there might have been, like I said, it might have been WWE, and they were fighting the Wild Samoans.
Wild Samoans, maybe. Yeah.
So it might have been the Samoans. Yeah, because
I don't
hearing-
remember.
I think I remember hearing Gorilla Monsoon like didn't they have like commentary playing or some shit? I don't
Yep.
know. I think they did. I think it was Gorilla Monsoon, so it was WWF for sure.
Then you find out this whole sequence of him knowing that there is another immortal in the arena, the Scotsman, and they go battle it out.
Such a great movie, dude. I love this movie so much. I used "Give Me the Prize" as my theme song in wrestling. That was my wrestling theme song.
Again, Queen,
Man.
some kind of magic with the soundtrack, man. Now, again, Prince of the Universe
Mhm.
is not a good fucking song.
No. Give me the prize. Give me the prize is better.
Give me the prize is better.
Yeah.
Prince of the Universe, that one segment of that fucking song is magic. The rest of the song is absolute fucking trash.
Yeah.
The MTV music video, and they worked in Christopher Lambert. And they worked in, I don't know, did they have Clancy Brown in the video? I don't remember them having Clancy Brown.
Don't think so. No.
I fucking love Clancy Brown. 100%.
Yeah.
My God, the Kurgan,
yeah,
throughout time, keeping parts of his medieval armor
awesome.
in modern day. Oh, God.
And Give Me the Prize, if I'm not mistaken, the Give Me the Prize was for him. That was his theme of the movie.
I think that's right.
Whenever he shows up, they play like the instrumental version of it. And like I said, I took the music video version of it.
Oh yeah.
It was cut so well. Now, like I said, that became my wrestling theme. But he has like one of the best lines in the whole movie. Like when he goes into the church and he's like, "I got something to say. It's better to burn out than to fade away." And things like that. I'm like, God damn, this guy's badass. And then when he puts the sword together, it's all together. So
Hi, I'm Candy.
Yeah.
Of course you are. Oh, and then they're like, we need a Spaniard. Wait, we got Sean Connery?
We'll get Sean Connery.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever, man. You're Spanish too. Don't give a shit. We got Sean Connery, yo.
Look at Spaniard with a Scottish accent. Yeah, that place. That's Rex.
Oh my God, man. And everything.
Can we just take a second to talk about how awesome the Kurgan's helmet was in the medieval times? Like that fucking helmet was badass, dude.
Who wants to live? Blake, again, I got goosebumps. Right. His first love. Who wants to live forever? Holy shit. So good.
I will say this. At the end of the movie, I was mad that the prize was just mortality.
Well, no, but he also, he got telepathy too.
Still, I don't give a shit. I don't want to die.
He became Charles Xavier, except he really couldn't control thoughts. He could only hear thoughts. No, Tony, I'm with you 100%. That fucking sucked balls.
I'm thinking it's like going to be like...
Prize obviously should have been Sean Connery's hat. That should have been the fucking prize.
It almost looks like Christopher Pimp Walken could use that hat.
I think he's already got it. His is just in purple.
Yeah.
He's the one who really killed Connery. Oh my God. When he sits there and that guy jumps out, that, USA freedom loving just comes out there, hoses Clancy Brown's fucking character. Oh my fucking God. Dude gets up, steals that car with the old man, that old lady, right? Keeps the old lady in the car. He's just driving, fucking around, singing New York as he's running over people, just murdering them.
He staples his neck back together, doesn't he, in that movie? Right? He staples it to some shit. Yeah, it's crazy, man. That was just such a.
He puts those safety pins for that scar that Ramirez gave him.
Yeah,
I improved your voice.
I say this, man. Clancy Brown doesn't get enough credit. He don't get enough credit. I always refer to him as my greatest. He's the greatest Lex Luthor too.
Oh yes, 100%.
He did all the cartoons. He's the voice of Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor and Mr. Krabs.
Yes, he is Mr. Krabs. We have SpongeBob.
Money.
We have SpongeBob on this TV entirely too much. Like it's like unhealthy to how much we have SpongeBob on this TV, and Clancy Brown's voice echoes through these halls all day long,
as it should.
As it should. Yeah.
So guys, that's our top 5 high fantasy films, if you will, with some sneaky stuff in there.
Solid 14 movies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. Or wait, 13. I think we had 2 trip overs with you, didn't we, Mikey? Did we have 2 trip overs?
No.
Was it just one?
Just the one. Just one. If I had to make an honorable mention, it would have.
Well, here, let's go over honorable mentions here with the chat. Now it's time for the chat to shine here. Ooh, and if you come across them, they're like, that was my honorable mention.
I got a couple.
Yeah, Four Feathers Conan, 100% there. Now this one did not pop up, Tony. Was this on your honorable mention?
Swords and the Sorcerer. No, it was not. No.
Sword and Sorcerer was on mine. That was an honorable mention for me.
Is Conan the Destroyer on anybody's? I liked Conan the Destroyer. I know it was a little lighthearted and silly. I didn't like Malik. He annoyed me.
Yeah.
But the rest
isn't Destroyer the one I used for the thumbnail?
I think so, yeah.
Where he has the barbarian gear, or like the Mongolian gear.
No, that was was Barbarian.
I think that was Barbarian.
That is Barbarian.
First one, yeah, it was the first one.
But JMK agrees. Beastmaster.
Beastmaster's a great film, JMK.
Great fucking film.
You say Swords and Sorcery, man.
Hawk the Slayer. Okay. Hawk the Slayer is a straight up D&D movie. Straight up. You got the elf, the archer, the elven archer, just the stereotypical.
I've never seen this. I have to give that a shot.
Hawk the Slayer, man. I don't know how well that holds up, but it was definitely an honorable mention for me. And yeah, jerks, Hawk the Slayer. Now here's one that was really high for me. It was Dragon Slayer with Peter McNichols.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that was on my honorable mentions as well.
Mikey, if you've never seen Dragon Slayer, I would recommend Dragon Slayer. Yeah, it is really, and like Peter McNichols plays I don't even know how to phrase that. Like, just not the hero, an unexpected hero is what I would say.
Yeah.
So fucking good. Tristan
you have to
T.
be careful with the early 80s movies because I find that if you did not grow up with them, you don't like them as an adult.
Yeah, it'll be hard to get into.
There's some like that. Revenge of the Ninja does not hold up.
What's the one that Chad always talks about? Megaforce.
That holds up.
That movie is dog shit. Unless you grew up with it and loved it.
Guys, I don't know. This is Dark Mikey, obviously.
No, this is the hard truth. I'm sorry,
this is
guys.
The hard truth.
this is the hard truth. I'm sorry.
This is rock hard,
spandex is not military. If you grew up with it, you love it. But if you watch it now, that is some stupid shit.
It was desert camouflage.
Now,
no, it's not.
It had a flying bike.
Camouflage.
Mikey had a flying bike. Rocket bike.
Yeah. No.
I will say Braveheart was on my honorable mentions as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Freedom.
That's another speech that's played everywhere, all the time.
Conan Willow.
Willow was good too. Yeah,
Willow's really good. Mad Mardigan.
I think Willow falls to the wayside because of that terrible TV show that just dropped not too long ago.
Do it like I did. I never watched it.
Just it really hurt. It hurt my heart to watch that. Yeah, like
Joseph Legend, obviously, real good. Brian King with Conan.
Oh yeah, the Destroyer.
Dragon Slayer, Sword and Sorcerer, and Excalibur. Yeah, he great fucking list. Obviously,
yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I watched that marathon. Lord of the Rings, Labyrinth, Inkheart, Hobbit.
People might be surprised, but Lord of the Rings, one, I agree, Fox. That's where I was at. It's the Fellowship. If I had to pick one out of the entire fucking series, right, it would be that very first one. I've watched that numerous times, more than the others, 100%. Labyrinth was on my list because we were going fantasy. I even had Pan's Labyrinth too, because that's some dark shit on fucking.
That is a dark one, yeah.
Inkheart, I don't think I've ever watched to this day.
So I'm assuming it's Desolation of Smog that she liked. Hobbit too, which is one of my favorites.
I didn't watch any of the Hobbit movies. I like Get Fucked. I like the cartoon. I'm good.
But my favorite part of that movie, the Hobbit 2, is the very end with the dragon. Oh God, when he's like, "I am fire, I am death," I got goosebumps. And then in the third one, when he just dies in the first 5 minutes, I was like, "Fuck this movie!" Right?
Fuck this.
I was like, "Get fucked."
Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Like a fucking kill a dragon 3 minutes in. He just said he's fire. He just said he's fire and he's death, and now you just killed him. Like, fuck off.
Scott Hughes is one Metal Storm, which sounds metal. The Destruction of Jared Sin. I have no idea what Scott, shoot me a link on IG. I have no idea what this movie is.
Up? Are you just making stuff up now?
Does not make shit up, so I will give him this. So but I'm intrigued.
Scott,
Conan.
We don't know.
Star Wars. Which Star Wars, Scott? Road Warrior. If you're talking about, yes. Mad Max 2 Road Warrior. That was on my list.
Okay.
Because that's, we're going fantasy, so I didn't know where we were going there.
Yeah.
And then Flash Gordon, honorable mention.
He has.
That's so fucking good. Yeah, it's again, it was more space, so that's why I kept moving that down the list.
I always forget that Timothy Dalton is in Flash Gordon.
Yep.
I always forget
Timothy fucking Dalton, man. Well, because he's clean shaven too, on top of everything. No, wait, does he have a mustache?
No, he has a mustache.
Yeah, he does.
He has like a mustache. Yeah.
Maybe that's what threw me off. It's like Superman with glasses. It's Clark Kent. Yep. Yep.
The Beastmaster.
Beastmaster. Willow has popped up a few times. I'll tell you this right now. I feel sick to my stomach that I did. This would be an honorable mention for me. Lady Hawk. Holy Rutger Hauer, Michelle Pfeiffer's. I got news for you. You ain't a real cat. This is an amazing fucking fantasy film. Holy shit. Matthew Broderick.
Really?
Fucking Lady Hawk. If you've never seen Lady Hawk, I would say Fox needs to watch this movie. She's either gonna it's Fox. She's either gonna love it, she's gonna fucking hate it because of Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
She'll be like, "Fuck that bitch," and then if she says that, then stop watching the movie. You're out of that.
That's a very, very good impression of my wife, by the way. Fuck that bitch.
And yes, Tristan, this was one. I thought Mikey was going to pop this up. I was assuming.
I mentioned it.
They did.
It definitely deserves to be on there.
Was this honorable mention for you, Mikey?
It would definitely be an honorable mention.
Yeah, Monty Python and the fucking Holy Grail. Man.
I'm glad I was able to see.
It's definitely the top 10. I remember the first time I saw it. Dad and I were at his friend's house, Monty, and they were playing it, and it was the rabbit scene where I started watching it, and I was like, "What is this?" I was probably, I don't know, 8, 9.
Some call me
Tim.
Oh, fucking John Cleese as Tim the Enchanter. God damn, so fucking legendary, dude. Just blowing shit up. They're all like,
yeah, just flipping fire bombs at the
just blowing shit up. Flamethrower out of the fucking staff for no fucking reason mid conversation. By the way, that's every D&D character ever. We're having a serious conversation. Can I just like throw a fireball over here? Sure, yeah, go for it. You're trying to intimidate him?
That wasn't how Tony and I played it. We just got high while everybody else got massacred around us,
which was still good. For the audience, like I imagine myself, I'm like, I'm enjoying it, and I'm a player, and
I warned you all from the beginning. If there's
that was very funny.
Yeah, if there's a joke on the table, I'm going for it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I want to run a D&D session. Maybe do like
someday I would like to find out what it would cost for somebody to animate just that scene of our characters doing that while you guys are fucking with the wall that came to life and the mimic that would look like it was a dead creature,
the corpse mimic. Yep.
And there's just a giant GIF hippo man and a fucking gargoyle getting fucking ripped. Just looking down the hallway every few seconds.
What's going on over there?
What do you think's happening over there?
Who knows?
I don't know, man. It's harsh on my buzz.
What's going on?
Yeah. Enough questions. Pass that shit.
I'm gonna send a lightning bolt down the hallway because it looks like there's something happening. Yeah, you fucking think?
Oh shit. Yeah, Brian King. And now I'll say this. So he says legend, and then right up to that, Mikey, I saw that. Yeah, Rain of Fire.
The telling of
yeah, solid. Now Blake Tarpley, by the way, has got a really good list. Krull, 100% honorable mention.
It was on my honorable mentions as well. Yeah,
Krull was such a good fucking movie, man. And then along the lines, Time Bandits.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Time Bandits. Never Ending Story. We went fantasy. So I was like, well, I don't know where we're going to go with this.
Yeah,
the story was there.
Yeah, when we extended the lines, that became an honorable mention for me as well. As soon as you were like, well, it doesn't have to be just high fantasy, I immediately was like, oh, well, never ending story has now just moved up for sure. So yeah, I agree with that.
I think we have enough. We can do a whole spoiler alert. We have a whole nother show for like fantasy movies.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. There's not a shortage of them.
And then, Tristan T was like, well, then Army of Darkness counts and Time Bandits. Yeah, Time Bandits just mentioned there. Yep. Never Ending Story, 100%. Fire and Ice, and that's that animated series. Now, I'm not watching chat, by the way, so I'm just looking at starred comments.
Yeah, that was a good film. The Fire and Ice, yeah. I mean, so much so that they're making toys of it now, aren't they?
Yes. Tigra, right? And Dark Wolf? Are they both from Fire and Ice?
Yeah, I think they made them both. Yeah.
Conan. Jerk was telling me that Excalibur better be on that list. I'm like, already on there. I didn't say it to him, but I'm like, it's on there.
I love how you always have to specify. Can I say something as we keep going? If you don't mind, can I?
Yeah.
I had such high hopes for the Jason Momoa Conan film. Because I felt like he looked like Conan. He really
the recipe was there. The recipe was fucking there.
It was just so poorly executed. but the aesthetic of the film, the look, the sword, it was, like I said, it was all good. Like I just wish it was a good movie. I had such high hope. I was so disappointed when I walked out of that movie theater. I saw that.
Well, Rose McGowan, like I've been historically like, fuck yeah, Rose McGowan in that movie. I'm like, what fucking happened to her?
You even what was the guy's name? Scott something, the bad guy, the main bad guy. He was the bad guy in the Avatar, the first one.
I can tell you. Oh, Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yes.
So you had a good cast. I don't understand where it went south. I just don't. I don't get
Directing, storytelling. Yeah, man. I don't know. Wow, Knight Riders 1981. I'm bringing this up from Brian King here.
Knight Riders.
I don't remember this at all. Yeah, I'll tell you what right now. Let's just bring this up. It's got Ed Harris wearing jousting armor on a fucking bike. So I'm going to, and it's George A. Romero.
Yeah.
Well, son of a bitch. I'm at the like.
Oh, the games, the romance, the spirit. Camelot is a state of mind. Ooh.
Holy shit.
That tagline's got me.
Yeah.
Is that for a movie or are they trying to sell a lifestyle? What is that? Is that a fucking ad for a cologne?
That's what I thought, Mikey. A cologne. It's 100%.
Camelot is a mindset. What the fuck are you people hallucinating on?
Knight Riders by Calvin Klein.
Yeah. It's cologne or it's fucking jeans. It's one of the fucking two. I don't go anywhere without my
Night Riders.
The
The original
Conan. Perfect. I agree.
Such a good film. Yeah.
100% jerk. Deathstalkers, that was I don't think that made my list, but it was in my head as I'm
I've never seen
it. Deathstalkers, that's another one. And they were just pumping out fantasy movies.
Once Conan hit it big, I think it's usually what dictates like the wave what's coming next. And I think that
Western superheroes.
Yeah, so they just started, so he was like, let's make swords and sorcery.
Kaiju says Knight Riders is about bikers at Ren fairs.
Okay, I'm down.
Which honestly makes it even more intriguing.
Yeah, it does.
I am down with that.
That sounds wild.
And yeah, HGC Excalibur, definitely.
Like, can we watch Knight Riders live and get audience reviews? Because that sounds like a fucking trip.
Right.
Live watch.
We do Mystery Science Theater 3000. That shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Barbarian Queen 85. I can't remember who was in that.
I don't remember that. The only female.
I hope these movies and dates are right out of your mind.
Yeah, Beowulf was on my honorable mentions.
That was on your honorable mentions.
The only female movie that I remember in Swords of Sorcery was Red Sonja. I don't remember anything else.
Dude, I feel dumb that I even have Red Sonja in here.
The only
that would have been honorable mention.
I told my wife the story of the only reason I remember Red Sonja is because I got bamboozled thinking that Conan was in it because Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it. But he wasn't Conan. He was some prince. And I remember turning around to my father going, what the fuck? I thought he was Conan. Like, I thought it was going to be like him and like he was the main part of it. But once he like was a side character that wasn't really the main focus, that's when like I didn't really give a shit about that movie. That's why it wasn't even an honorable mention for me. It wasn't even on my list. But that's the only female-led Swords and Sorcery movie that I could even remember at all. I don't remember anything else. So Barbarian Queen, I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, I can't remember who starred in that, but I mean, they were just churning them out. Like I don't even remember the Hercules TV movie from 2005.
I don't know. Tyler Mane, which is
Tyler Mane, Sabretooth.
Yeah.
I've seen this a couple times. Yep,
Trolls
popping up.
Would you have counted the Kevin Sorbo Hercules TV movies?
I would not have counted those. It's TV series. That's what I would say. I'm going to say 5 and 4. No.
Kaiju Kitty brought me onto something. Knight Riders is on Amazon Prime right now.
Right, free?
Right now.
Right meow?
It's on Prime. Right meow. And so I'm going to get off here. I'm just going to watch it. So.
I got to go.
See you later, guys.
Yeah, whatever.
I gotta go.
Whatever. Just do the thing.
Do the thing.
Figure it out. Whatever. That's wild.
Deathstalker 1 and 2, Barbarian Queen, a perfect TNA fantasy. I'd agree with that. JMac, yep, Rain of Fire. Big Trouble in Little China. It's one of those things, man.
That would count.
The fantasy movies, right? We try to do more sword and sorcery, even though that's in there. Yeah, Little China is definitely going to be a top 5 on one of our lists. It has to be.
If you asked me to do like a modern type fantasy thing where it wasn't like swords and sorcery, that would have been on my list. Big Trouble in Little China.
Jacob throwing out Terry Gilliam's Jabberwocky. That is, people don't count that as a Python film, but I do. Jabberwocky is so fucking obscure. So shout out to fucking Jacob on that.
Impressive.
But yeah, Time Bandits, The Adventures of Baron von Munchausen. I think we could do like a top 5 Terry Gilliam. I'd be interested to see where we were at with Terry Gilliam movies.
Okay.
Might make that a top 10. Yeah, Dragon Slayer. 100%.
Dragon Slayer, I remember too. And Beowulf, like I said, I was a big fan of Beowulf. Like that
I wanted more out of it, is what I wanted. And maybe it was the CGI that threw me off of that film.
Yeah, I didn't really get the whole. But I guess I think back then it was 07, so they weren't like really into swords and sorcery. That wasn't the popular film at the time, so that was probably the only way they can get that made is by animation.
Yeah. James Lucas with Labyrinth. Yeah, that was definitely on my list when we hit the fantasy part of it.
Oh yeah, with David Bowie.
Would you have considered Hellboy?
Yeah, that was on my list.
Yeah, because that would have been on my.
I would say that's fantasy. I mean, honestly, that's one of those things that's a little bit of fantasy and a little bit of sci-fi. It's like Star Wars, right? But yeah, definitely fantasy because there's magic.
The Ron Perlman one too, by the way, not that
100%.
Dave
or Golden Army. 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're both good. I like them both.
And Mikey, I agree. Yeah, that one with Stranger Things.
I don't think there wasn't a third one. I don't think.
I'm with you on that one because goddamn, Lone Dragon Crawl. Yep, totally agree. Such a good, except for the end.
Yeah,
you got the power of love. You burned him. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to the ashes of that motherfucker. I'm getting the glaive back 100% because then I got fire. And I got a telekinetic goddamn throwing star. Let's stick with both of those things. You leave it in there. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Dark Crystal.
Okay. Yeah.
We're going again. That's where I moved everything when we were doing high fantasy.
Yeah.
Because that was definitely on there.
I like the new one with Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey.
Dark Tower. And that's not Dark Crystal. That is an abomination, sir.
I thought it was
abomination.
I don't really care. I just thought it was No, Dark Crystal's the puppets. Is that the puppets?
Yeah. Yep. That's Jim Henson on the Dark Crystal. The Skeksis and Fizzgig.
Yeah. Was it weird fucking names and shit? But yeah, I do.
Dragon Slayer. Troy keeps popping up a lot. Beowulf, actually, I'm surprised. Beowulf has been popping up a lot more than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott Hughes, Kroll, aka Space Fantasy Robin Hood.
Nice. You know what I know? Nobody said Cole. Remember
Cole the Conqueror?
Oh, the Conqueror. Man.
Was that a movie?
Kevin Sorbo, 1997.
Oh, shit. I fucking forgot about that one.
That was one of my honorable mentions. I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts that's not on anybody's list.
No, I've been kind of scanning through here. I did not see Cole at all.
How big of a list would you have to make for that one to start making it up, start popping up?
I'd have to be at least the top 1,000.
top 1,000. John Carter, I'm going to say, yeah, it sounds like we have to do it like a space fantasy.
That's a great. I like that. I know a lot of people.
I love it.
I thought that was a great movie.
I thoroughly enjoyed John Carter. I really thought it was good.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. I'm a Taylor Kitsch fan. He always gets these movies that end up being shit, but it's never him. Like, I never have a problem with him.
Yeah, and we stayed away from animated movies.
Yeah,
it's almost like that's its own genre, right? But yeah, Black Cauldron, because I love those books.
Okay.
Oh my God, Sword and the Sorcerer, Black Cauldron. I forget what that book series was now. It's been way too fucking long. But Wizards is another good animated one. And there's another animated one, Last Unicorn.
Okay.
Last Unicorn for a movie. It's dark. Like, it's really fucking well done. I really like that. Now, I'm going to put this up here because, again, Jennifer Connelly from Labyrinth. all day, twice on Tuesday. Star Chaser. Yeah, Blake's like, he's rifling through. What else do I got? What else do I got? No one mentioned Black Knight. I'm shocked Tony didn't, honestly.
Great pull to leave. That is on my honorable mentions.
Is it on? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, I put on the very first Harry Potter when we went fantasy. Because again, as far as the the franchise, I did put that up there.
I can't put Harry Potter on my list. I always fuck with my wife when I was like, who wants to fight with a stick? Like, magic. I always fuck with give me a fucking sword. Give me an axe. What are we doing here?
Legend's Harry Potter impression is now entered the chat, and I'm a fan.
Magic. Go away, Patronus.
Oh no!
Gotta go to Woody Allen with it.
Yeah, no.
Oh Jesus, get away from me, magic.
Oh no, you look too hairy. No.
Oh God, you
fantastic.
Oh God.
Beasts. I don't know. My God.
I don't know what's what from what anymore.
Woody Allen. It's Harry Potter. Oh no. NIM, National Institute for Mental Health, by the way. As far as animated films, yeah, really good. Let's see. Conan. It is Conan. Conan. Okay.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Red Sonja. Yeah. That's what I found out too. That it was supposed to be Conan, but they couldn't get the rights. So it had to be some weird Prince bullshit.
Yep.
I just remember going like, this sucks. Like, it's supposed to be Conan. Like, I just was not happy about it. And then I just couldn't get past it.
But that's
Bronan the Fabarian.
Yeah.
Bronan the Fabarian. Yeah.
They could have said anything.
Bromando.
Lord Caldor. Yeah.
Robocop.
That was his dumb name. Yeah.
Let's get up there. Your Highness.
Your Highness. Isn't that with what's his face?
Solomon Kane. That was Hugh Jackman?
That deserves it.
No, that was Van Helsing. I don't think was he.
I don't
Solomon
remember
Kane?
Solomon Kane.
Yeah, it's right here. It came out in 2009.
James Purefoy, that's right. God, I can't tell you. I don't know if I've actually watched that movie. I had to have. It's James Purefoy.
Who was James Purefoy? Who was that?
Let's see if I can get this picture up here. God knows he's been in quite a few.
I don't know.
I'd have to let's see what IMDb does here.
I got to be honest with you, I've never seen this movie. I saw the poster on the list.
I've definitely seen the cover, but I've never watched it.
Well, that's very old James Purefoy in that one. That doesn't do him justice, but that's more right there. That's one hell of a cover, by the way. Holy shit!
The gunshot,
terrific.
Ironclad. That was on no one's list.
No,
by the way, Paul Giamatti, Brian Cox is in it. Magnesium.
Paul Giamatti. I always remember him from Big Fat Liar when he was the Blue. When they made him blue. You ever see that dumb movie with Frankie Muniz?
Man, that is not popping up at all.
It's called Big Fat Liar. It's Paul Giamatti. He's like a movie producer that steals this kid's movie. So they try to get back at him by putting like skin dye in his shampoo or soap, and he dyes his skin blue.
No.
Oh yeah,
it
was Frankie Muniz, right?
Yeah, it's such a dumb movie.
Interesting. It's third Conan movie. Of how bad the second Conan did in the box office. I would believe that.
Yeah. He's like, no, did bad in the other movie. Can't do this one.
Fantasy, Flight of the Dragons, and then Capzilla agrees with you.
It is, if you're talking animated fantasy style movies, I would definitely put How to Train Your Dragon on there as well, because that's a great fucking film. I don't care,
because that's its own genre, 100%. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon, man. Toothless, God, that's so good. I love that story, and they're doing the whole live action. I'm like, don't do it.
You don't have to. Some movies don't need it.
A lot of movies don't fucking need it. God damn, Hollywood.
Especially if the movie came out less than a decade ago.
There's that too.
Yeah. And
Let's just redo it. Fuck it.
They're still making animated versions of it too, like on Netflix all the time. They still make
Knight's Tale. Knight's Tale is actually I enjoyed Knight's Tale.
I brought that up to my wife. The only reason I cannot put that on a list is because I don't like when this might just be my thing. I don't like when you do period movies with modern music. I just don't think it plays.
Yeah, my wife, that kind of drives her nuts.
I don't like it either. So they had like Queen and shit. I just didn't. What the fuck is this?
Play
the music. Listen, the Count of Monte Cristo.
But here's what I read: The Count of Monte Carlo.
The Count of Monte Carlo.
Because I fucking love driving Monte Carlos. My head immediately went.
That's Crisco the oil. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh my god, guys! We're 2 hours 40 minutes in. I know us and Tony. We are gonna just keep going for hours and hours here. We're gonna wrapping this up, I believe. Here, where you at? You guys want to keep going for another hour?
No.
Yeah, you guys hear about the?
Yes, but no.
Yes, but no. Yeah.
You hear about the total lunar eclipse tonight at I think it's happening at 2:30 Eastern Standard. The whole moon is going to be like a red.
Is it depending on where you're located in the country?
I don't know about that. I think they said you can see it it's going to be like a full lunar eclipse. It's going to be like a red moon. It's going to be a blood moon, they call it, whatever the fuck.
A hunter's moon.
Interesting.
Something like that tonight.
Interesting. Well, when I saw it this morning when I was leaving for work, and I was like, oh, it's like very dark yellow this morning. So I kind of wondered if something like that was coming.
Yeah. That's what's interesting. He knows what I'm talking about. Blood Moon. That would be a great story movie. Why didn't we know?
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon.
In a world.
Like vampire. Yeah. In a world where vampires are knights.
Vampire Knights.
One man rides a motorcycle.
Vampire Night Riders.
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Tony, what you got coming up besides, we got wrestling.
Yeah, okay. So there's a lot of shit now that I do.
There's a lot of shit.
Well, the pre-roll was moved from Sunday nights to Friday evenings. I know some people are, busy. Obviously, I'm sorry, buddy. The Sunday nights just it wasn't in the cards anymore. It was all between some shit I had to do in the mornings Monday and some other stuff. We had to move it, so we moved it to Friday evenings at 6 p.m. And tomorrow there will be we'll be live at 6 p.m. over there. No talking
6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern. Then of course on Sunday I have what I said I'm starting the wrestling thing. So at 6:30 on Sundays, I'll be doing a Sunday night slam. So we'll have some fun with wrestling. If you're into wrestling, you don't have to be. And here's the thing too: you don't have to be into wrestling to enjoy it. You can just come into chats and have fun. We'll have a good time. So you don't.
That's how he gets you, kids.
Yeah, that's like
it's true.
You don't have to be into it to have a good time.
And you don't have to like wrestling. No, just come in.
Just come in. We have a good time.
Just come in.
Gotcha.
You'll learn something whether you want to or not.
Then you're in tights, and then you're jumping off top of your roof, and you're using tables.
Yeah. Your wife is asking, "What do you want for dinner?" And you turn around, you answer like the macho, man, like, "All right, yeah, I'm thinking a little pizza right now, yeah,
red beans and rice, yeah,
just give me a little bit of that red beans and rice, yeah, some platanos, yeah."
Give me some of that flatbread beans from Dunkin' Donuts, yeah.
A little bit of pork shoulder. Why don't you give me some of that? Yeah, a little bit of chicken cutlet parmesan. Yeah.
With some baby back ribs, yeah.
Parmesan's what got me.
Little chicken parmesan, yeah.
With the extra red sauce, yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, fucking then that's right. I was like, "What wrestling?"
Yeah, your wife says something, you just take a chair, and you go, and she turns around, and you clobber her right over the fucking head. Yeah, I blame Legend Series. You got me.
Definitely, we got to shout out some Fox action. If you want to get your Supernatural on, definitely check out Tony's better half or more supernatural half.
Yeah, she's definitely
watching these two playing ghost hunting together, that video game, and then Tony is the one that's freaking out and ramping up like the drama throughout the entire goddamn show.
Dude, you can't help it, dude. When you're playing Phasmophobia, it just takes over.
It's scary.
You get in character and you get into it.
Yeah. Well, it takes over that guy.
Flickering.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me.
Fox is the cool, calm-headed, collected one.
I will say this: if you like card readings, she's very good. Like she has read Woody. She read Woody so accurately that he called me to talk to her. So that's how accurate she is. Like she's done. She read Shane with the cards so well that Shane was like he was scared, like legitimately afraid. He's like, "What the fuck? How did you know all that?" So she's very good. So if you're in a card reading, she does that a lot. She does divination streams where she does like a lot of card readings. So she's very good. Listen, I don't believe in that shit. Never did until I started giving this one the bone. You know, then she made me a believer.
What God, you've got away with words.
Yeah, thanks, man. She, don't make me put on my sexy voice.
Little tone balone, little bone balone, little.
Put on this.
There it is.
Oh no!
How you doing over there? Huh? You want some of this right now? I'll give it to you.
That just sounded normal to her.
Oh my God!
We're the only ones that got the sexy voice.
Oh no! Mikey, please God, what do you got coming?
Let's see here. Monday will be on the Mega Powers.
Mega
and
Powers.
Wednesday we'll be doing JMK Custom Works live. Me and Zakainen will be doing that.
By the way,
continuing on the second step of the Assault Trooper figure build.
I love those streams, by the way. Fantastic stuff. Seriously.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no, like it's great to watch. I love watching when customizers, because you always want to pick your guys' brains to like learn. So when you come on, they just kind of give that information away. Like that's the best. Dude.
Well, there's
I got to give you props because it was inspired by your crafting while baked. I was like, this would be fun. I would enjoy doing this.
I did, yeah. And like I said, I'm glad. You're very welcome. I'm glad that you're doing it, dude. Because like I said, they're like watching you just paint the heads and just learning little tricks and shit like that. It's anybody who wants to be a customizer, you would be a fool not to watch that kind of stuff because it's just free knowledge being given away.
Well, we learn a lot from those streams when you started off with the pre-roll and you would do your dioramas and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which that's what I like was the diorama aspect of it.
Man. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm working on Mikey's tomorrow.
Hell yeah. And there's so many guys that jump in there and start sharing. Turk Murphy, Loki Wartooth, Tony's Figs.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys jump in and they start chatting it up and they share that knowledge, man. That's what I really love about that part of the community.
Oh yeah.
That part of the community is the best. Like one thing I will say, you guys, like I said, nobody hoards the information. All you got to do is simply ask if you're not already live giving it away. So to me,
it's pretty awesome because that was not the experience I got when I got into this. Like it was
more gatekeeping
to an extent. Like the big ones, the ones that everybody followed and everybody knew because they'd been a part of the G.I. Joe community for a fucking decade. Those guys were well into their business aspect and they really weren't giving that shit up. So the few that did, I was really appreciative, and once I got comfortable with it, and I was like, oh, if anybody asks me a question, I'll always be completely transparent. I mean, it's up to you if you want to use the knowledge. You want to use it, practice it.
Bro, nothing is more annoying than when you ask somebody something and they go, well, why don't you just figure it out for yourself or some shit like that? Like, well, I'm asking you to figure it out. Like, I'm trying to figure it the fuck out. Thursdays at 9. So help me out here. Like, I'm trying to ask you a question, man. Don't be a dickhead. That's happened to me a few times too, bro. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. You got the same thing. We've surrounded ourselves with a bunch of like-minded people that don't want to do that shit because we all know, hey, I tried this. This wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Do this. Fix it.
Listen, I'll thank you and Tony's figures because it was you two that inspired me to actually start customizing figures because I was intimidated by it. And it was watching you guys and asking you guys questions and how open you were about it. Like you just, this is what you do. And then I was like, oh, okay. When you explain it like that, it makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
Like I can believe in it a little bit more myself. Like, okay, I can do this. So it's that kind of shit. Like you're not only willing to give the information, but you're encouraging. Like you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's really what it is about too. I love that, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. I think it's funny that we inspired each other to do this shit. That's pretty awesome. And then next Thursday we'll be on my channel for Figure It Out, and we're gonna be joined by Scuba Pete.
Oh, right on.
So that's pretty awesome. Looking forward
Scuba
to
Pete action, man. Yeah, I love Scuba, so I'm excited about Scuba coming on next.
He gets me every time when they play that shit on chat stream.
on that
Chaz,
chili
you're being insensitive.
nightmare fuel.
That was one of the most epic streams I have ever seen or been a part of.
That was funny.
That Halloween stream was second to none.
I don't even think it felt like I was on that stream because I just laughed and I just stared at Scuba.
I'm gonna be
and
quite honest.
you.
I'm gonna be honest with
Jesus.
you. There's not many streams that ever make me laugh. That one, I was legitimately sitting at the table, like laughing, holding my side. Like the fact that you guys would shut the cameras off, then the camera would come back on, and you'd be in a different costume, and then the whole thing. Like I said, literally holding my side. I never, when I watch all these guys, never been entertained like that in my life. That was, to me, that'll be one of the best streams in this whole toy space. That one is one of the best, if not the best. It was so fucking funny.
It's high regards. I'm
it's
a
good.
big fan of that one. That was to be a part of it was amazing. But
Legendary.
my God, watching it secondarily, replay squad. Because I was like, was it really as funny as I thought it was? Yeah, it was.
Well, you had to watch it because you were in character. Like you did.
I blacked out.
Fucking break, dude.
Bro, that
I heard secondhand from Polly Pepperjack, Elvis, Harry Carey.
Dude, Harry Carey, man. I could not stop laughing. Oh my goodness, that was good. With the wig and everything.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
That was so fucking funny.
I will say this. I don't know if it's tomorrow, but at some point there will be a pre-roll entitled Pitched Up, where the three of us will be doing chipmunk voices the whole show.
Oh no.
Oh.
So it's coming. Me and you know what it is? It's convincing my wife because she cannot stand the chipmunk voice. She hates it. Like with the fire of 1,000 suns.
It's too sexy. It's too sexy.
Exactly. I just get her all burnt. The loins start burning, and you can just smell the smoke from over here.
Right.
Ask this on Wednesday.
Somebody's burning the meatballs.
The meatballs might end up getting burned. But yeah, but I think she's finally coming around to it. So it's coming. We're gonna do like I said, it's gonna be called the pre-roll Pitched Up. So that should be
that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, for me, it's I can talk about it now. I have not created the show yet. I'm gonna make super damn sure. I want to shoot my mouth off because I did this at 3POA and I didn't check my messages where he's like, yeah, you can, I'm locked in, you can talk about it. And I didn't see it until like post member show on 3POA. So Rumble and Ranting this Monday. Articulated Ninja is going to, join me for 45 minutes of us chopping it up. So
we're just going to have to wait and find out if it's really Ninja or if it's Blake Tarpley doing his spot on impression.
Good luck. And dude, AI, it's getting real
With
good.
that mask on, dude, who even knows?
Is he going to have the mask? I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know myself. I will be just as surprised as everybody else on Monday.
Yeah, if we were monetized, I'd say you'd have to pay and find out, but that's not the case yet.
That's not the case.
You're getting this one for free, you sons of bitches. You better be grateful.
This guy right at the end, this guy, 78 points. We didn't even say hentai, and he showed up. What's up, brother?
I think we.
It was in the chat. People said it in the chat.
They said hentai in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, when you were showing your praying mantis porn.
Yeah.
There
we go. There we go. 78. I got that sexy ice there. 78. Yeah, I'm actually still trying to put, when I have time, my Rooftop 2 Dio from 78 points together.
Right on.
I've got some of it there and some of it there. So,
hell yeah, man.
Really looking forward to this. Shout out to those guys on Highly Posable and Barely Posable, by the way.
Shout out.
So yeah, I'm excited about Ninja being on Monday. Mega Powers, Mikey and I'll probably be on there Monday. If not, somebody else will be on there and I'll be moderating. The huge stuff will happen on Monday for the Mega Powers. And then, again, I told Ryan, I was, when he asked me to do last minute 3POA on the main show, I was like, I think I found my entrance music. And I think Kitty, Do You Think I'm a Whore really fits. I think that's a good one for me for my entrance music. Just a little snippet of it. I'm gonna work on clipping that out.
You gave me NWO Wolfpack. I legitimately popped. Mark out.
Did you mark out?
Yeah. Nice.
You fucking Mark.
You 78. You're 100% correct. So I'll be talking to you later.
Yeah. hope you're available because
Ooh, little hot update here.
Whoa.
Highly posable Dio giveaway tomorrow. Nice.
why wait? Just send it to the Figure It Out PO box.
Fox, I said tentacles. Yeah, I'd have there's a litany of everybody I want everyone to check out. Like, we got Woody, on the YouTubes. I really wish he would get Instagram, at least one other social media.
I'll tell you this.
You guys are gonna bombard him with boobies. He doesn't have time for it.
I got his phone number. I can do that now.
I'll tell you this. When he was on your thing last Monday, that was the clearest I've ever seen his camera.
He nailed it.
Yeah. Well,
No shit.
I thought he was doing it from a laptop. I was shocked.
And he had the cube
was
kind of
clean.
set up. It looked like we could have been in the same goddamn room together.
Yeah. It was
fucking cool.
Very well done. How he had it. Yeah.
It's like he beat the serial killer, or he killed his victim.
No, that is the serial killer. He's wearing a skin.
Yeah.
That's
Collecting
a skinwalker.
the teeth
Fox,
collecting.
we got a real life skinwalker. It's Woody.
Oh, there's some more of those. That crew. C78 instructions needed. Thank you, Diggs. That's what I'm saying. He gives me here's this little sheet saying, "Hey, put this together." That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Does he have like videos on how to do it, or is it just one of those?
That would be really good if he did.
He should make
You
a
know
video.
what? Now he's gonna make it worse. He's gonna do IKEA instructions. You can go fuck yourself.
He's gonna be in Sweden.
Swedish stick figures. There you go. You put it into there.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So guys, that's it. We're wrapping this up. I know we're gonna do post show. We're gonna talk for another goddamn hour. I'm never gonna get any sleep. So everyone,
No sleep till Brooklyn.
no sleep till Brooklyn. Everyone, thank you for showing up. Shout out to Legend Series. Legend, you want to close us out here?
Yes. Thanks for everybody for hanging out tonight on this lovely Thursday night. And I think we can honestly say that when it comes to the fantasy genre, me, Mikey, and Zakainen, we figured it out. Good night, everybody.
Them Figure It Out boys are at it again. Y'all comment below and be sure to like, share, and subscribe Mikey and Zakainen's YouTube, IG, and Facebook accounts. We'll see y'all next week.
Hit it.
I'm gonna get real weird with it. Do it. Do it.
Let him watch. Let him watch.
You some kind of bad boy or something?
Yep, I'm a bad boy.
Oh.
I don't care about it.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
I'm not even a real doctor.
That is bad.
I killed a man.
You what?
So I got that going. Which is nice.
Doctor?
Doctor.
Doctor?
Doctor.
Doctor?
Doctor.
Doctor?
Doctor.
Doctor?
Doctor.
Doctor?
Will the congregation please rise?
How much weight do you think I could bench press?
What are you talking about?
You're an idiot.
That is correct.
Jesus Christ!
Eat my short.
That is one big pile of
I eat pieces of like you for breakfast.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Put it in front of my
Eat
If I wasn't practicing,
You eat asshole!
No, never give up, never surrender.
Thank you very much.
You're tearing me apart!
I'm David Bowie.
Thank you. Thank you.